What's up, everybody? This is episode number 22 of the Riff Tacos podcast. My name is Paul Misko. And finally, I have another member of Robinson coming on the show to talk to me. I've been waiting to get one of these guys on for a while. I'm sure everyone is sick of hearing only my stories and perspectives, but I'm pretty much out of them anyway. So excited to see what Greg can remember from all the shit, throughout those 4 or 5 years. Greg Larimer was our other guitarist. If you're not familiar, Robinson was a grind band we were in from probably 2002 to 2006, maybe 2001. We kind of started a little bit as A Good Day to Die. But Greg's now living in Pittsburgh. He's a tattoo artist at Dying Breed Tattoo, and he's in a grind band currently called Constant Hell. They have 2 records out. One is self-titled, and the other is called Crime Grind that came out last year. So you can look those up on any streaming service. Give them a listen. But yeah, my memory's really blurry past the stories that I've told already. So stoked to see what Greg remembers and like kind of his perspective from the beginning. I don't know much about his history before that, if he was in bands before. But we had our first practice in his mom's basement when we were 16 or 17, and we were called A Good Day to Die then, later became Robinson. And as you know, we were a crazy partying band. It was just, 4 years of beer-soaked Taco Bell fueled tours. And as some of you might know, I left the band in 2006 to join From a Second Story Window. So I don't know what happened past that. I don't even know if they ever played another show. I know they had got our other friend Tom, who was going to play bass. We had started writing a record, at least like outlining it on the road when I was still in the band. And I was really stoked about it. And I've been asked a lot, what was Fuck Everything? Was that a record was that a real record they were going to drop and it never came out, or what happened? And the honest answer is I don't know. I know that we had this record outline that was going to be really sick. So I don't know if they wrote any more, completed it, got any further, but stoked to get to the bottom of it. So let's get going. This is Riff Tacos with Greg Larimer. What's so funny, Gerd?
Misko's trash.
You're trash.
Dude.
How was your day?
Oh my god, dude! I fucking okay. Yeah, we were talking. I fucking got these donuts, right? I'm not even making. I swear to Christ, this is what I was about to tell you. I took a bite of this fucking beautiful ass donut and broke off my front fucking tooth.
What?
Yeah, dude, you want to check it out?
Yeah.
All right, here, hold on. Fucking dude. Right
Oh
there.
my god.
Yeah,
What the
bro.
fuck?
Yeah, you know whose fault it was? I'm blaming fucking DBL. Like, fuck that dude.
Who the fuck breaks their tooth on a donut?
Dude, and it's fucking horrible because right after I mean, I'm pissed. You know what I mean? Now I look like half a fucking hockey player. But, number one, like, dude, donuts, dude,
Yeah, they're soft.
they're fucking beautiful. But anyhow, yeah, so it started with that. That was fucking rad. Now I got to talk to your stupid fucking ass.
It's a good day.
Oh, dude, fucking sun shining. Fucking only, fuck.
So you lived like 2 blocks from where you work?
Yeah, about like 4 blocks.
Okay. Well, where is that in Pittsburgh?
Southside, baby.
Southside? Oh, of course.
Yeah,
What part of Southside?
the South Side, man.
I vaguely remembered. Well, actually, I was there, not in Southside.
Yeah, you remember Carson Street? Remember where we played?
Yeah. Where did we play? Oh, you mean at your house?
Nah. Well, yeah, that was awesome. I totally forgot about that. What was it? Fucking Jordy's fucking kitchen.
Jordy's Kitchen. I don't remember that.
It was the fuck. It was us. Remember First Day Dead? Fucking Jason that's playing with fucking Constant Hell now.
Yeah.
Bald dude with Joe Mack. Yeah, we just pretty much ruined that poor kid's kitchen. But and then okay, fuck, you remember Slaughterhouse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Slaughterhouse was on 25th all the way up there, that street that it was on, like the main guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all the way down on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying, I said this in my intro. I was like, I'm sure people are fucking sick of hearing me like tell all the stories about Robinson.
Oh,
And like,
dude, it's
I also, I'm like out of fucking stories and memories, and I'm like, let me see what the fuck Greg can remember, because it was just like
well,
a fucking blur of, fucking drinking and partying and touring in that shitty ass fucking van.
all right. So we'll get off to the first. Um, was it you or Mike that ran over Debbie?
It was me.
Okay, fuck, dude. I thought it was fucking Mike.
No, it was me. He punched me in the face in the
Did he?
Taco
I
Bell
thought he.
drive-through.
Yeah. What was it? Was it in fucking Michigan?
I don't know where it was. I feel like it was somewhere in the South, but who fucking knows?
So you
But
ran over a guy. That was sick.
yeah, so Debbie was. We had the van with the doors that go out like this on the
Yeah.
side, and he
Like,
was standing out there changing clothes or whatever. And we were in the drive-through, but I didn't know that he was out there. So I did, like, they're like next, and I start pulling forward. I just knock him over and ran over was it his leg or his hand or something? Like,
it doesn't matter.
and I had no idea it even fucking happened. And I pull up to the window, and then I'm like, yeah, I'd like a cheesy gordita crunch. Just like through the window, this fist comes flying in. I'm like, what? I thought it was like a homeless guy. I'm like, what
Well,
the fuck
kind
is
of,
happening?
but
And then it's just fucking Debbie, and I had no idea that it happened. He was like pissed, but like I would never run him over on purpose. And then DBL DBL like a dad was like, Debbie,
oh
stop
yeah,
it.
dude. That okay? That's what it was. Fucking
Yeah, fucking Taco Bell drive-through.
yeah. I fucking Taco Bell is so sick.
It is. I got it in honor of this podcast before because I had no
Dude,
time to make dinner.
I was just talking. Zach and I were talking about the complete like just like sheer idiocy that was Mike's house in Struthers.
Yes.
That was like, all right, uh, Jeremy's an asshole. We don't know where the fuck he is. Mike is, screaming about fucking Big Trouble in Little China. I'm hungry as fuck, and Paul and I are supposed to go in the basement like two fucking like redheaded stepchildren and write a record in 25 minutes and then come back upstairs and then fucking play it with this fucking goddamn asshole behind the drums. And like, dude,
I would.
I'm pretty sure the only thing that saved. Actually, you know what? I feel that it's safe to say that Robinson was written specifically on Taco Bell, whiskey, shitty beer, and fucking Big Trouble in Little China.
That and like the cheapest, shittiest cigarettes you could get.
Oh, dude.
We were smoking Jacks and like what were
Shields. You
the
remember Shields? The
what
fuck.
was the one with the gold eagle on it that we used to get at that gas station in Hermitage by your mom's place?
Oh, motherfucker.
Something Eagles, American Eagle. I don't remember what the fuck they were called. They were so garbage.
It was it was some guy in the back just literally rolling cigarettes and then putting them in like other packets and just drawing like an eagle or some shit on it.
They were so bad.
Oh, what American Gold? Was that what it was?
That could be it.
American Oh, American Eagles, dude. What the fuck? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
didn't I
dude.
say that? I'm like, fuck, like I don't
I
know,
don't pay
but
attention to you, man. Fuck.
we always had soft packs of those, and
Yeah,
then
that's all they made, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, they probably were. Probably was all they had.
There was
And
only
then
like 10 in a soft pack. They're like, yeah, fuck out of here.
Pabst or whatever Natty Light shitty cheap beer
Oh,
and
God.
Taco Bell, and that was how you write a Robinson record.
That was exactly that's all it is.
And
So
then you watch really good action movies in between.
yeah, 100%. I feel that we watched Roadhouse, didn't we? We had to have.
At least once, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was. I mean, Big Trouble was that was like the Shanks song, like the final boss of like, man, we can't write a riff. We should probably go watch fucking Big Trouble in Little China.
There was a lot of like Gladiator 300.
Yeah, fucking kicking a bunch of shit in fucking Mike's house.
We had so many practice spaces. I was trying to remember them all, and like I was writing a list.
Oh shit.
Like, we started in your mom's basement.
Yeah, Mom's Basement.
Freddy Fresh's.
Freddy Fresh.
Two
Dude,
of
that
them.
one. Dude, yeah, two.
The first one, that with that room covered in black soot.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
yeah.
There was no windows.
We ended up walking, dude. walking out there looking like we were in like fucking some goddamn horror movie.
like a coal mines. If you're a touring musician, you know how important it is to have reliable merchandise that represents your brand and keeps fans coming back for more. That's where Gorilla Joe Printing comes in. They specialize in high quality printing and custom merchandise made to make your fans feel like they are part of the experience. From t shirts to patches and any unique memorabilia in between. Gorilla Joe Printing also helps forecast your inventory, whether you're on or off the road, so you never run out of stock or end up with too much. They even help bands manage their e commerce stores, keeping your merch business running smoothly 24/7 so you can focus on what you do best, performing. For more info, check out gorillajoeprinting.com.
Oh yeah, dude. We were definitely fucking
Because
uh
so for people who don't know, Freddie Fresh's was this little venue on what's that street in Sharon, the main road.
East State Street.
Yeah. So it was like this. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like an arcade, little kid pizza, all ages place, but there was a stage in the back, and that's where Fassel would play. We would play, and like,
Aphasia.
just aphasia. Yeah, like every
You have no
weekend there was
idea
a
how
show.
long I've been trying to fucking. I'll be like, dude, the first thing I'm gonna say is aphasia.
We just found one of the old aphasia demos, the first one with Nick on it.
Dude,
Uh, it's the best of new metal. It's so good.
you know what's fucked up is like if you were to start like a power violence band or like a crust band called Aphasia right
Oh
now, like
yeah, it would
dude,
crush. Yeah.
you're pretty much like Dysphere or some shit. Like it's such a good like D beat band name.
That's I've never thought of it that way because it's just
Yeah,
ingrained in my head as the new metal band.
even even the logo, like you don't even have to change the logo. Like that's a
Yeah,
crust band.
I think
Like,
it was Jeff Peterson drawing with a crayon because he wanted it to be like corn, and he just like outlined it.
dude, he's such a graphic designer, that one. Fuck.
But that practice space at Freddy's, so we somehow found out he was renting out rooms, and he was like, "Yeah, you can have this room up the stairs, down the hall on the left." And we open it; it's full of garbage. There's no
Oh,
lights. There's no
dude, it
windows.
was like hoarder shit. Like,
Yes, I don't even know
yeah,
what it was before that. It was an
I,
apartment, but we literally had to clean it out ourselves. And we probably only paid him $75 a month or whatever.
pay for
But
that.
then
Yeah.
the floor was covered in like an inch of black soot. God knows what it was. We all fucking got cancer from asbestos and shit.
You're dead. I'm pretty sure it was just like a gross spot for like black tar heroin or some shit.
Yeah, it smelled like shit in there, but we
Oh,
practiced in
yeah.
there, and then he let us have the front room, which
The
was
front
perfect.
room was sick.
Yeah, the whole front was windows.
Yeah, and we could open them, which was rad.
Yeah, until they boarded him up at one point. Remember?
Yes, they did, and that was awesome.
But so that was our second like spot, both of those. But that's also where we named Robinson because we were a good day
Yeah,
to die.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember the day we were in that front room, and it was probably Jeremy that was like, "This name is stupid," whatever. And
That's right.
someone said, "Let's try last names." Maybe Mike. I don't remember, but we started throwing them out like Smith, Johnson, Jackson, and
Shikansky.
and then someone said Robinson, and one of you were like, "I like that," and I was like,
I think it was Ray, dude. To be
"Probably."
honest, it's fucking. Cause I remember, I'm almost positive, like looking, cause we had that couch that we look across at his dumbass, and yeah, I think that it was at that point that we were just like, dude, I'm gonna literally blow this entire place up. Like, how hard the fuck is this? Like, and yeah, I remember looking over at him and being like, I'm gonna unload on him because everything we came up with, that's fucking stupid.
And then he likes Robinson.
And then he said Robinson. I was like, son of a bitch. Like,
I hated it. I hated it at
dude,
first. I was like,
I,
it's so fucking stupid.
I mean, it's like corn. Like,
Yeah.
we should have just been named corn and see where that went. But,
But it's like I just talked with
or aphasia.
uh, the last band I had on. We were talking about this. Like band names are the worst fucking thing to try to come
Yeah.
up with. They're all stupid until the music and everything makes it cool.
I mean, fucking, we used to, we had this game fucking, when Zach and I were going to like, Maryland Death Fest, it was, if you could put the word bitch in any band name, but it like normally had to be like, like a 2 to 3 word name. Like fuck, dude. One of my favorites. He said that the fucking black metal band that Satanic War Master is obviously Satanic Bitch Master. Like, dude, it went fucking so far down the goddamn
That's
rabbit
great.
hole.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a fucking in the van game when you're fucking bored.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like back then, like I mean, oh dude, fucking speaking of that, dude, how awesome was it that we're gonna sound so sick and old, like phones didn't exist.
Yeah, there
Like
were no smartphones.
we had to actually look at each other and shit. Like,
Yep. And we
fuck.
didn't even have a TV in our van, did we? We never put one in there.
Uh, I think it was we had it for one tour, and I think you and I tried playing Dragon Ball and got drunk and fucking literally just left it plugged in
Oh
and just
no.
drained the whole ass battery. Mike was so stoked. Like,
That
dude,
sounds right.
oh my God, he was so excited. Like, it was, yeah, it was so fucking rad.
That and do you remember when the van caught on fire?
Oh, dude,
The thing we used for an ashtray at
yeah, it was
center?
just a hole through the fucking whole bottom of the van.
It was like there was like wood and the carpet was screwed in with screws that shouldn't have been there. And then like
Fuck.
it we noticed because we would sit on the floor because there were no chairs.
Oh yeah, it's that or fucking lay on the fucking cabs.
Yeah, and then so we like somebody noticed like, hey, these screws are getting hot, and then fucking starts smoking, and it caught fire, and then so I don't know if Mike was driving, but we start, the
Oh yeah.
van's gonna explode. So he pulls over, and we run out into the desert and just leave the van.
Dude. All right, so did you I'm trying to think of like stories that we could actually tell. Um oh dude, coming across back from Tijuana
Oh yes,
where it was like they do like the 3D scan thing
yeah, the cameras.
and they looked at it. They're like, "You guys own the van that says boner 666 on the top of it?" We're like, "Fuck." Like, yeah,
That's
that's
so.
ours. Like, fuck, man. Like,
Uh, Debbie painted our van or spray painted our van one day. I don't even know if any of us were out there with him.
no,
We
not at all. Not
we just
once.
came outside and there was like a brontosaurus on the side of the van and like pentagrams and shit. And then the roof said boner 666.
Yep.
Like let's get high, bitch.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah, did it say like ass, or grass or some shit on the back of it or something? Like,
Yeah. So we drove this shitty, it was a blue Dodge Ram van. We drove it to Mexico and we're trying to get back in the US with all of that on it and us inside. So we pull up, they scan the thing, they come up. Did they get us out of the van?
oh yeah, fuck
Right?
yeah, we were a whole ass out of the
Yeah, because they're
van.
like, there's no way there's not pounds of cocaine in this thing.
Yeah, it's like these guys are trafficking some shit. Like,
Yeah. And then they came over, that's your van. And then they were cool about it and they started laughing. He's like, everything's cool. We love the fucking paintings all over it. Like, what
that's
the fuck?
you guys own the van that says boner 666. I was like, we're gonna die.
That
Fuck.
that is amazing.
Meanwhile, like going in there, fucking remember Tyler, fucking Tyler Green?
Dad?
Yeah, dad, yeah. Yeah, the OG dad.
Yeah.
He gave us that bottle of Everclear.
Oh yeah.
Well, we had that when we went into fucking Mexico.
Yeah. I remember drinking that in San Diego at someone's apartment or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we drank. Well, we were supposed to drink it in Hollywood, LA, whatever. But yeah, we cracked it in that fucking. It was like that closet of a fucking that chick's house or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were sleeping like butt to face, fucking on the floor.
I remember
Uh,
Jeremy. You're just triggering memories. He was
oh,
sitting
dude,
there.
yeah, this is gonna go so deep, dude.
What was he talking about? Like polyrhythmic, some like, or I don't remember, but I remember him sitting on the couch doing this and like drumming and talking to someone about it, and someone's sitting there like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like this guy is completely on the spectrum. This is crazy.
That was the Everclear day. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, running in there, they were like, "Bienvenidos! Like, you guys look like criminals. Come
Yeah.
on
Do
in."
whatever, do whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah, they give you like it's like going to Hawaii. They give us like a lei of cocaine or some
Yeah.
shit. Like, but oh, dude, that show fucking ripped though. I remember that.
Dude, this one of the kids who was there just messaged me like 2 days ago.
No shit.
He was like, I was at that show. I forget what else he said. Shout out to that guy. I forget his name, but that's fucking crazy. I
Oh,
forget
that's,
why. I think he just I shared something, but he responded to it. It was like, I was at the show in Tijuana. And I was like, holy shit. We played on the floor.
yeah. It was us and what? Well, obviously Signs of Collapse, which, dude, partying with those assholes, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
But
It,
what was fuck? It was the other band on Debel. Oh, Pope Benedict, wasn't that it?
oh, yeah. I can't remember playing. I remember Destroyer Destroyer, obviously.
Yeah. Fuck. I think they were on DeBello. Either way, dude, that show was stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, how old are we?
Oh,
19?
Jesus Christ. If that, dude.
Yeah. And we're just like in Mexico playing. Like, it was just wild that
Yeah.
we're like, we're out of the country. We're doing this. And I've said it on a bunch of videos, but like, when we started to change the sound from A Good Day to Die, we were like, no breakdowns. Like, let's just make the shittiest music ever that everyone's going to hate and do the
Oh, yeah.
opposite of what everyone's doing. And then it ended up working. And we're like, oops, like people like
Yeah,
it.
that was fucking the conundrum of like the entire band of like I'm pretty sure that no one had any idea like what we were like it was essentially like Raid is an asshole. Hey, let's do blast beats a bunch. Okay, but like what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And then
Power violence.
yeah,
Just
and then it
never
was
heard of that.
yeah, well, I mean, dude, fucking I remember like skipping high school because like band. You know, we're like, dude, it's Sunday night. We're like right there on this fucking. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'll deal with it later. Let's just like run into the next day. But
Yeah.
Mike's like, oh, I have to go work on a boat or whatever the hell, and fucking, you know,
Yeah.
Raiders building fucking warships or some shit.
Yeah.
But
I remember like, so we did the Freddy's spaces and then we moved to Mike's house. And I
yeah,
completely forgot we were in the basement. I only remember the upstairs and we were just in the dining room.
that was yeah. I mean, that was pretty much between that I think and um what Mike's fucking spot. Uh, oh my God, like the work spot when we
The
play it.
warehouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally just had a fucking stroke. I couldn't think of the word warehouse. I was like, you know, Mike's really big place with tools.
It's made of
But
metal.
yeah, but I feel that those two places like, but like if anything, if you were to pinpoint it, fucking yeah, dude, Mike's upstairs, and the others
That's
was that's pretty much where I think that that shit was like and it turned into what
yeah.
you know like the great city is
I
essentially.
remember I remember Jeremy putting on Jane Doe a lot and being
Yeah,
like, okay, concubine, like basically this. And then he would pull up other songs and go, that chord that he's doing. I'm like, that's a power chord. He's like, no, it's not. It's weirder than that. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the power
like
chord.
dude, you're dumber than that. You're a drummer. Shut the fuck up. I have no idea what the fuck that
Yeah.
means.
So he would always go, it needs to be grosser and like weird. So that's what we took that power chord and then put those fingers there and made it
Yeah,
dissonant. And that became the chord we used all the fucking time.
that
That
was
was our power
literally
chord.
that was yeah, dude. I was just about to say that was our power chord, and like as much as I physically wanted to skin Jeremy every day of my fucking natural life while we were writing music, I'll be honest, like if him saying it like a drummer to a guitar player, like who would have known what would have happened? You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
because that was
Yeah.
I feel that that was just sheer out of like I'm gonna rip my eyes out right now. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Weirder, dude. What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I
And
don't know, man. Just put your finger down here, and then like,
yeah.
oh, holy
And
shit.
he had this vision for what it was and he would
Yeah.
just go, and we started understanding it, I guess. And then he would blast and got rid of his fucking toms. And then
Oh,
just,
sick.
it was basically accents, blasts, and then snare rolls with cool accents and shit.
Yeah. Dude,
And
I was laughing the other day. Remember, like the cliff notes, like literally looked like something that you'd see in like National Treasure or some shit. It was like 256 dot dash 6526 dot weird school bus dot like fucking like it looked like wingdings.
Yeah.
Like, and that was, dude, that was exactly from radio though. Like it was all math. Like, you
Yeah.
know?
He would count and go 2, this part's 8, next part's 6, and then we do that part again, but it's 2.5. And then like 16. Like, okay, so we're just memorizing numbers and
Yeah.
then going, looking at each other, going, all right, then we go to this chord, I guess. And we would just make dark ass melodies. And as I've
That
said
was
a bunch of times, I came from new metal shit. So I'm like, I'll do this pretty Deftones chord. But it made this neat shit. Like,
which, yeah, I mean, in that sense, and like it's just it blows my mind that like fucking we were able to remember literal like I mean those songs, I mean they were short, but like, you know, what
yeah,
you'd say like a minute, we'll say like a minute generously, a minute and 20. In that minute and 20-second song, there's like a Dead Sea Scroll of number. Like,
yeah,
and we were trashed the entire time.
yeah.
Like, thank God my name is 4 letters to remember that. But then you'd be like, oh yeah, jump into the middle of the set and play this. Like, all right, so like, and just
Yeah.
uh,
Like we wrote ahead of our ability because we had to keep up with him. But by
yeah,
just being in that room and grinding it out, like we just were eventually able to play it. And it's like we didn't know what we were doing. You just
not a
by
clue.
being immersed in it, you figure it out, and eventually you get up
Sure,
to that speed. So then, first time I sit down and try to figure out one of these songs for these videos, I was like, "Holy fucking shit! This is
dude.
so fast!" Like,
I fucking I I watched the first one that you did where I was I looked at it and I was like, okay, well, obviously motherfucker was in the band. Like, so if there's anybody to do it, like, right. And then I looked, I was like, dude, there's no way. And then you like all I remembered was like the first fucking riff off of the second track. Like that was like the literal like the first riff I think that like you and I like wrote where it was
yeah,
like, okay, we're bringing yeah, I dude, I could play that on my deathbed. Other than that, kiss my ass. Like
yeah.
I and then I've watched you, I was like, he fucking won? Like it like he what the fuck? Like I
He
was like
fucking won.
he fucking won. Like, dude, it blew my fucking mind. And then yes, and then like I actually listened to. I mean, dude, fucking. When's the last time you listened to that record outside of that? Like, it's not like you're
Oh,
gonna sit around and be like, "Oh, it's a nice Chianti. I'm gonna listen to Robinson, the Great City." Like, no.
no, never. On a rare occasion, I would think about it and put it on and go, "Oh yeah, I remember
Sure.
this." But
And
then,
I'll tell you what, that fucking on just on the subject, fucking that the vinyl, like the remastered.
yeah, sound good. I've never played it on a fucking record player.
Dude, I mean, yeah, it's awesome that it has that like tiny bit of crackle like when it's on a vinyl. But
Yeah,
even on like the actual recording, like fucking it yeah, it was a lot better than what we did.
yeah,
Thank fucking Christ.
yeah. Like, uh, listening back to it too, because I also like if I did listen to it, it was like on my phone or like whatever shitty computer
Right.
speaker. So I have like some nice monitors finally now that I'm doing mixing, and like hearing it on this, I'm like, this recording is better than I remember. Like for
It's
what it
dude,
is, when usually grind recording is our ass on purpose, and like
sure.
this it sounds fucking good. Like
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I hate everything that I would ever create, but like, yeah, dude, we did some cool stuff. I mean, you didn't ever at all, but I mean, it's just fucking thank God that, you were just the face. You were the pretty one. You fucking piece of shit.
yeah,
Dude, you
or
ran over Debbie.
yeah, that was my contribution.
That was, hey, thank you for your service.
Love you, Debbie.
Yeah, fuck you, Debbie.
Uh, um, like that. So when did we go to Pittsburgh and move practice there?
That was, fuck. What was that, 2004 or like,
It was when I was in college because I had to drive to Kent to Pittsburgh every fucking weekend.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was, yeah, when we lived at 513,
Yeah.
which Jesus Christ, stories that could even be. Fuck.
That's the house I was thinking of.
Yeah, that
When we
one.
would practice upstairs,
Yeah,
and then during the middle of parties, we'd go up and play Slayer.
yeah, yeah. That was. Welcome to Pittsburgh. But that was a pretty decent. I mean, we never really got that I remember like super yelled at.
No.
I don't
Did
think,
the
right?
cops come like once or twice, maybe, or something?
The cops came, but I don't think it was for us. Like,
No.
I mean, it was us like partying because we were all fucking like 19. But
Yeah.
other than
Yeah.
that,
I don't like. I remember there being like fights breaking out in the living room
oh yeah,
and shit like that. But I always remember it being a good fucking time playing beer
yeah.
pong in that like middle room there.
Oh, dude, remember whiskey pong?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Uh, oh fuck. Yeah, that house was pretty wild. California Games was sick.
Mhm.
What else? Oh, dude, all the fucking house shows in Michigan. My God.
Yeah. So that was another thing I wanted to bring up. So before we were Robinson, when we were Good Day to Die, we went up there for our very first show,
Hmm.
and or not our first, but our first show out of town.
Yeah, out
And
of like Ohio or PA sort of thing.
we had that 3-song demo that somehow got up there,
Yeah,
and people were stoked and invited us to come play. And we show up, and the place is fucking packed, front to back.
yeah,
We're
that
like,
was.
who are they here to see?
We were in Mike's fucking mom's van,
Yep,
and I
it's a
remember,
little
dude,
soccer mom van.
we stayed at my mom's house, and I got fucking hella sick because dude, I was throwing up the entire fucking way, like in like a grocery bag,
Yep,
and
I
then
have a
yeah,
picture of you where you're just like fucking white. It's
I'm glad you have that. That's awesome. Thanks, Paul.
yeah.
But
We're
dude, I
just like
wanted to.
this in the back of the van.
Yeah,
Just like, oh, and we have to go play a show that night and a 4-hour drive to Michigan or 5 hours, whatever.
and it was
That,
fucking cold as fuck outside too, wasn't it?
yeah.
I mean,
Can't
of
really
course,
get worse than
because
that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, us being incredibly smart and all. I don't think we've ever gone to Michigan. Oh no, 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 no. We went. Remember when we played Flint?
Yeah. I think.
That was the block party.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It was that big, huge fest or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And
I
then,
think we all like all of us drank the water and like we're still here. So
yeah. Was that the night we went back to someone's house and their parents were out of town? They're like, we're going to have a party. It was like on an island in Michigan on the lake?
no, that was fucking Lorne.
Lauren. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Lorne Morris. Actually, dude, he tattoos. He's fucking really, really good.
I see him on Facebook all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, I think he was the one that took us back. I'm almost positive it was his place.
I remember going to his place, but there was another house party we went to. I feel like it was this younger kid. There was another band that we played with up there, and I can't remember their name right now. Maddie, what? Fuck. I have pictures. I saw like he was a photographer, so he took photos of us and sent them to us later. But
Was it a basement show?
no, I think there was a show at a venue, and then we went to this house, and we like took a ferry out there, stayed the night, and the cops came to the party, and I ran from the cops with my shirt off. Remember? Like
Yeah.
total
Fuck.
white trash cops episode, and I hid for like an hour.
Like you were in the tree, weren't you?
No, I was in a bush with no shoes and no shirt across the street down the block, hiding behind someone's house. I knocked over their grill, made a bunch of fucking noise.
Oh, dude, was it Romeo?
Romeo? I don't remember Romeo. Shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Romeo.
Yeah, thanks, Romeo.
Yeah, we were in the backyard. Someone else was with us. I think like a friend from home. I feel like Zacho or somebody. But we were sitting.
That probably makes sense. Yeah.
It was nighttime. The parents were out of town. We're all drinking. I think someone was smoking weed out back. We're sitting around this table, and the cops show up. And being that young, you're still like not thinking clearly. So the cops are walking up. I have no shoes on, no shirt on, cut off jean shorts, and I'm drunk as fuck. And the cop walks up, and this other kid runs by him. And he goes, "Oh fuck, it's the cops! Run!" So I just listen, And so me and this other kid tear off through a fence, through shrubs, and we're just running. I'm in my bare feet getting cut up. And I was faster than the cop because he was like this old fat fuck. And he fell over chasing me and he gave up. So I got away. I got across the street. I remember my feet like slapping the concrete and stinging so bad. And then I hide behind this house. And I didn't even do anything fucking wrong. I just ran because this kid said to. And the cops were like looking for me. Eventually they left, and I come back just covered in fucking dirt and like branches and shit. And you guys were just standing there still drinking. Like, why'd you do that? Like, everything was fine. Like they just came to check on things, and like, you know, they left. And I was like, God damn it.
There was that string of Michigan like house shows that was like, dude, you want to talk about fucking like cutting your teeth on house shows? Remember we played fucking on 8 Mile? That was sick.
Yeah.
That was actually a cool ass fucking house show too. Dude, what was that one fucking like the house venue there? We played with Two Dead Sluts, One Good Fuck. Remember when the light went out?
Oh shit.
I think Mike actually broke the light. It was the one we played fucking his small ass. Fucking we played there like 3, 4 times. The dude that owned it, his name was Jeremy. Remember that chick Jamie?
Vaguely. Was Jeremy the guy who filmed us in Port Huron? And we stayed with him afterwards?
Um
All my wires are probably fucking crossed here.
I was gonna say, like, dude, this is like the two guys from fucking the Muppets, like up in the fucking goddamn fuck.
Remember that one time?
No, it wasn't then. Fucking either way, yeah, dude, we crushed that. What else was cool? We played remember Canada, where we like
Yeah.
didn't take into consideration the exchange rate and we're like selling shit for dirt fucking cheap. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, dude, we're making so much money. Like, there's a lot of people that like us. No, dude, you're selling t-shirts for like $2. Like,
What was was it a fest we played up there?
yeah, that was the one fucking remember Cursed played.
Yeah. What was it called?
Fuck. It was like 94,000 fucking degrees outside.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was in Toronto, I believe.
Oh yeah, I remember walking around in the heat. It fucking sucked.
Yeah, dude, it
And
was
weed was
so
legal.
cool.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that's like right when it was kind of like decriminalized or whatever the fuck.
Didn't we play a house show in Canada too while we were up there?
Yeah, that we're fucking that whole dude, this is gonna get so sick. Fucking you remember that whole lamb goat thing with fucking Joffrey Cowboy?
Oh yeah, what happened? I don't remember.
Dude, that was all Mike's doing, dude. So okay. So from oh my god, dude. From my understanding, Mike got drunk as literal fuck and went to some show in I think it was actually in Kent. And Joffrey Cowboy was playing there. And I don't know what like bug crawled up his ass, but he like saw the singer like walk into the bathroom and stood right next to him, pulled his jeans all the way to his ankles, and like looked over at him and was like, "Hey man," and like just like started screaming at him. And like, dude, I remember that part. And then next thing I know, we're in Canada smoking weed on some dude's like front lawn. And we go inside and somebody's checking lamb goat. And we're all like, wait, what the fuck did that say? And like we just looked at it and there was this like 40,000 comment fucking thing. And none of it made any sense, but there was like apparent beef. We were like, dude, are we supposed to like fight these guys? Or
I
like,
don't remember that. Holy
like
shit.
when were we in even we weren't even
Robinson.
anywhere near them. Like
No. That is so unlike Mike to do too.
dude,
Like,
Mike was on the crown. He was wearing the crown, dude, that day. Like he
oh
was
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
fucking
literally searching old lamb goat right now to see if I could find that.
yeah, it was like I forget what the fucking the link of it was, but like in the comments, somebody said something and it just caught like straight fucking napalm, like all the way down the fucking thing. I remember laughing, and then but the best part about it is like we didn't find out that Mike's drunk ass did that for literally like 5 months like after the fact. Like,
He told us that?
yeah, dude, I remember him. I was like, you got to be you like, were you by yourself? He's like, yeah. The fuck do you mean? Yeah. Like, are you serious? And
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Like,
doesn't make any fucking sense. I love it.
the
Fucking and that's crazy too, because like Job for a Cowboy at the time was like the hottest shit. They were
oh,
fucking
dude,
blowing up.
yeah.
So to have beef with the with the band who's got all the hype, it's the
Yeah.
best thing that could
Meanwhile,
happen.
we're not even in the fucking country. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, like, we are in another fucking country. Meanwhile, Mike's, slapping a dude on the ass in this band that, like, pretty much is like the Steve Jobs of internet deathcore, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
in
We were
Kent, fucking Ohio. But
that whole MySpace thing, like I didn't even realize it was called the MySpace era, and we were kind of part of it, right? Yeah, like
I mean, yeah, I'd like to. I mean, we were kids and we were on MySpace. Like, it wasn't like we were on Twitter or some shit. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I think it really hit its like the height of it with like Suicide Silence and like all the deathcore bands, like when that shit
oh, dude.
was popping off, which was like after we broke up, after From a Second Story Window broke up. That was like
Mhm.
2008, 9, 10 ish.
I mean,
Uh,
it definitely made it a lot easier for just not even getting, your quote unquote music out for other people to hear, but like as far as like booking, like, dude,
oh
fucking,
yeah, that's how we
you know
booked
what I mean?
everything.
Like, that was the only way. You know what I mean? Like, you're
Yeah,
sitting there fucking on Mike's floor in his bedroom, fucking, like, all right, that band's sick. Let's hit them up. Okay, can we get fucking, I don't know. Have you ever been there? No, sick. Okay, let's try that. Like, and then
it was so much better of a social media like whatever
it
you want to
was,
call it at the time,
yeah,
because there
it was
wasn't
so
like a
much
feed of horse
smaller.
shit always in your face.
Right, right,
You
yeah,
could just look at your top 8 or whatever and check out what everyone's doing. It was we
yeah,
were fucking chill. But yeah, we would just fucking we go, this is the routing we want to do,
right.
and we would just put up an entire tour with empty dates and go, can you book us here, whatever, and we'd fill them in at once we got booked, and it
Yeah,
worked.
man. And not only that, but like, I mean, we had no label support, no nothing, like literally nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had Mike's fucking computer. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And uh,
Yeah, everything was done on that computer. He designed the fucking
yeah,
shirts, the fucking the bird. I remember him when he was doing the bird EP. I remember sitting there with him.
I
Uh
love that it's called the Bird EP.
yeah. What kind of bird is it? I don't even remember.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
It's like a
Fucking, he
fucking
probably made it up.
it's like a pelican, I think.
Some like cryptozoological fucking bird that he probably knows about.
But I remember we were like laying in his dark room, and it was like a fucking glacier in there because he had the AC on so high all the time.
Oh,
And
dude.
he's just like designing that, and he put Robinson underneath it, and we're like, what do we call this EP? And we couldn't agree on anything, so it just was just Robinson EP,
Yeah, it was just the
self-titled.
self-title. Yeah. It's the Bird EP now, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that
that
is,
thing I was telling you on Discogs when I was looking on there, like this the amount of money people are buying these old CDs for is
dude,
like insane. Like,
that,
what's wrong with some of you,
I,
and
get a
also thank
job.
you.
Yeah. Cut your hair and get a job. Fuck. But no, dude, when you told me that shit, like, I'm gonna lift my shit up. All right. Um, I didn't believe you at all because A, I hate you, and B, like, that's completely asinine. Like, because you think
Yeah,
like at this point, like, I mean, dude, when did we call it quits? Like, fucking,
06.
was it SX?
Well, I left in 06, and I don't know how much longer you guys like were trying to do anything.
Yeah, it was like after you left. Fuck you. It was no, I mean, that was kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, we were all kind of at that point anyhow. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't want to say like accidentally having to become adults, but like,
yeah.
fucking Jeremy was, I don't know, doing underwater welding or whatever the fuck his ass. And
Such a
then,
fucking weirdo.
bro, fuck, I talked to him the other day. I shit you fucking not. He is welding battleships, dude. Yeah. The
I knew he was welding in Hawaii. That's the last thing I knew.
battleships.
That's incredible.
Dude, he is making war machines. The drummer of Robinson is making war machines right now. Like, if that doesn't boost our discog up to like 3 grand, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going to. Like,
Is he in San Diego?
um, yeah, I think the last time I talked to him, he was talking about something. He's going somewhere. I think he's trying to go to like Japan or some shit. I mean, dude, great it.
Just you never know. Like the last, it should have been the first thing I expected, but I hadn't talked to him in so long because we used to text each other. Sometimes we were drunk at the bar, send each other music and shit, and
Yeah,
just like you know,
that's what he'd do. He'd be like, check out this fucking noise band. I was like, it sounds like you dropped a mirror, dude. Like,
or he'd send me like mumble rap and be like, "I love this," and I'm like, "What?"
it's just him. That wasn't
He just wanted to see if I was like, "This is sick."
DJ Young Piss. Fucking MC Jerbear, dude.
Oh my god. What were you saying before you said
Fuck.
you talked to him? Because there was something I wanted to say and I forget now.
Oh shit.
We were talking about the Bird EP, and then
Birdie P. I think I was gonna make a joke about they're actually like as far as like van etiquette, whereas like, obviously driver, navigator, like and like that's like, dude, you're riding shotgun, like you're not sleeping, you're not fucking like
yeah, you gotta stay
because
awake.
you have a binder the size of fucking War and fucking Peace of just Yahoo Map after Yahoo Map after Yahoo Map.
Yeah.
And they haven't been updated since like the Civil fucking War. So like, oh
We are
dude,
so fucking old, dude. Like no
we're
phones. We had paper maps to get
dude,
around.
we
We
might as
never
well have
even
been
got a
like in the
GPS out there.
Revenant or some shit. Like, we
When I
that was
joined
it.
from a second story window and they had a GPS, I was like, wow, like you guys are rich.
Got that red cord money.
Because we made $20 a day each instead of five.
Yeah, dude. High on the hog, man. Fuck.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, 2006, I left. After well,
Oh,
at first the plan was I'm gonna try to do both bands. I really wanted to because this is where this is going. I keep getting asked this by people, but when we were on tour, that last tour with was it Signs of Collapse was that big summer tour we did that was insanely long, and we
yeah.
broke down. So we started writing a new record on that tour. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and we had a lot of it like outlined at least. And I remember talking about like a weird ass acoustic song we wanted to do, like some Deliverance shit.
Yeah, there was that. I think that, yeah, that came from pretty much. Remember, that was the tour that we broke down. We were supposed to go back to Tijuana,
Yeah,
and that's where fucking Tucson. We were gonna call it Tucson, I think, or not Tucson, Yuma.
Yuma. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
Tucson.
because we were stuck in Yuma for at least a week, right? While the
Oh,
van
dude,
was getting fixed because we broke down in the heat.
Radu was talking about getting a job at that bar. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. But
We would
like,
go into the grocery store and steal food because we had no money.
yeah, remember fucking eating sushi in the hot tub and shit. That's where that photo came from. Remember?
Yeah, we're in the hot tub in 116-degree heat just so we could sit there and be like, we're in a hot tub.
Eating sushi. That
On
fucking
tour, eating
yeah.
sushi and drinking fucking Natty Light. But so
Bello, please bail us the fuck out.
yeah, so we had a lot of it like laid out, and then I left, and then you guys put out a graphic or an image or whatever post on MySpace that said new record, fuck everything, coming
Yeah.
soon. And me knowing you guys and us, that was a joke. But I knew we did have material. So I'm like, I don't know if they did anything. And people always ask me all the time, was that coming out? Or what was it?
We had I think the only thing that ever went further from that was at that point when I was in Menerasia with Benny and Scanlon and Dan Bellotti, and Dan left and Jeremy had been living in Pittsburgh. So, and being like true to Jeremy form, like you physically have to like drag him tooth and nail to be like, dude, come play with this band. Everything's written. I've known you since I was 13 fucking years old. We know how to play music. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, dude. So like he ends up coming and playing, which was awesome. A, because, fucking get to play drums or play music with, your brother and shit again. But like, uh, yeah, at that point, fucking, we had this discussion that about those songs, and there was only so many. It wasn't even. It was. I probably remembered like a full song and a half, maybe, but it was like more so like riffs here and
And
there.
ideas and
Sure, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, dude, fuck it, man. Like, what do we have to lose? And it was at that point where I was like, dude, we rather need two guitars on this, or like we need another like we need a bass player, like because if it's just me and like doing the whole boss trick, like it's
Yeah,
gonna
that's.
sound hollow. It's gonna sound hollow. It's not the same band. Like we
I
might as
forgot
well
when I
hold it.
left. You also lost a bass player.
Yeah, yeah. You killed us
Did.
twice. You're a dick, dude.
Oh fuck.
That's
I'm
actually,
sorry.
dude. That's what I do now. Like with fucking with Constant Hell. Like I
Oh, you do boss now?
oh, dude, I do boss times two.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. But anyhow, fucking yeah, so and me and him, like I remember hashing out a like a pretty decent fucking skeleton of a song. And it was kind of like the remember that last song that we recorded the second time for Great City was the one with like that longer D beat part.
Uh, longer DB part.
Yeah, the double penetration. No, the D beat fucking part.
Oh, yeah. With like the
That
breaks and the guitars.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was more along the lines of that, but like um I don't know. I mean, Radu, blast beats. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And we were like, dude, we need a bass player. And at that point I was like, there is absolutely no way that I want to deal with any other guitar player in this sense right now. Like kiss my entire ass. Like
yeah.
get a bass player. And we got Tommy, and I hope he fucking hears this because I just talked to him the other day. We got Tommy, and we actually, if I'm not mistaken, like literally wrote like a new song, and it was awesome. And then absolutely did nothing with it. Just we were like, this could fucking work. All right, guys, I'll see it.
Yeah.
And I
What?
remember
What was
Tommy
like?
was pissed.
Oh yeah, he was stoked to be in the band.
I mean, I was just stoked to fucking have, A, being able to play with fucking Jeremy still, but like, I mean, after, like, what do you do after that? You know what I mean? Like, and especially at that time frame, because it was still relevant in the sense of like we were talking earlier, like the whole like MySpace era, da. Like I hate that's a fucking thing, but like you know what I
Yeah,
mean. But it's just like that was still relevant. Like DeBella was still around. Fucking, translation loss. All these like awesome. uh well, translation loss is sick as fuck. They didn't need that anyway. But you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
that was still very 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 like a big deal. And it didn't, I mean, obviously it had nothing to fucking do with that. It was just in the sense of like, it was a platform of like, I can at least like write something and see, like, I know I like it, but like the curiosity in me, I was like, let's see what the fuck to just throw that hook out there, like, and see, like, love it or hate it. It's still like somebody listened to it. That's cool.
yeah,
And like the sound, like it sounds chauvinistic, whatever, but like, dude, fuck that whole like, I only make art for myself, bro. If like if you did that, then like you'd be in like a hollowed out volcano writing fucking like sad fucking what it's like shut up, dude. Like, you paint a picture because somebody's gonna see it at one point. Not because of that, but somebody's going to see it.
yeah. You can't say you don't want or don't care if anyone
Yeah,
likes
like
it.
come
Like
on, man. Like you're not that cult, dude. Fuck off.
yeah,
Like
I always say that about writing. Like when I think about writing something, I want to create something that I just want to listen to that
Right.
like no one else is doing. Like I want to hear this band mixed with this band. I haven't heard it yet, so that's why I want to write it. So that's like a genuine form of like creating something. So it is for you,
Yeah.
but I also want people to fucking hear it and like it. Like if
It's, I
you
mean, it's
pretend like you're
essentially
like,
like
I don't care.
artistically, yeah, dude. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's you're an asshole if you're like, oh, bro, I don't give a fuck if anybody hears it, man. Like, I know it's good. Sure, great, fuck off. Like, and why are you even talking to me about that? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, at that, like, like you were saying, like, you have that much fucking artistic fucking license where you're like, all right, I'm gonna take this band and this band. They should never fucking ever be anywhere near each other. Let's see what this happens. But like at that point, you're kind of playing like artistic God, which is sick because
Yeah.
you're not going to create something and not have something see it, sort of
Right.
thing. You know what I mean? And so yeah, we're all gods. Fuck you. Yeah, I totally lost the point where I was going to make it sound. It was going to be really good, but
No, that was great.
shut up, dude.
But there's the answer for everyone who's been wondering because I've gotten at least 5, 6 messages this year of like, what about fuck everything? I'm like, I was in the band. I have no idea. So I didn't know if it was a joke or if you guys had took it further. So now I
Yeah,
know.
that was there's a yeah, there's a lost Robinson song to the ether that was never recorded, never like I mean, yeah, it was like I said, it was a good continuation of like what we were doing, but like dude, at that point, man, like it didn't even really worry about like what you're writing. Like any of us could have written awesome shit, but it was more so of like that was pretty sick. Let's lay that down. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to like you're not gonna ride a dead horse sort of thing, you know? Like
Yeah.
which in turn, like we could actually just like come out with like a fucking acoustic record, but like pay somebody else to write it and then just be like, all right, look, we're gonna say this is the new Robinson record. That's,
Some people be like, no, I get it. It's sick.
I guarantee Discog was like, is that actually true? Like
No, I really wish I could have seen like what it would have become, but also too like
sure.
just dropping the great city and kind of being like see ya like also I think helped it to be like a cool little time of our lives that was like this band that existed for a quick moment and
Yeah.
everyone I feel like a lot of people found it afterwards too and was like I found
Yeah, you
this
ain't
record in
nobody until you're
2010.
dead.
And like I don't know, I'm very proud of what we did. I think
Fuck it, man.
I appreciate it more now. Like since we did the Wax Vessel thing, and then people kind of get excited about it again. So then like I haven't talked to anybody about Robinson like the last 15 years until like the
Yeah.
last 2 years when everyone starts messaging me, and because I didn't even use social media for a long time, my Instagram was kind of dead. But it's been really cool, and then like uh one, you're jarring so many memories in my head from your
Yeah.
stories, and but like wait until like if you learned one of these songs, just the just the muscle memory that triggers memories too. And I remember be like being in the room and like
Oh yeah,
the
dude.
fucking ashtrays on our amps and like stacks of beer cans, and then like
Yeah.
Jeremy like do it again.
That
Like
wasn't right. I was like, dude, fuck.
and
Oh, dude,
like
even watching you like playing that like that was I was like, I know exactly where I was fucking sitting when that fucking riff was written. Like, and that is so fucked up. Like, and
yeah,
that's a you know what I mean that's a
riffs are like smells like with memory.
dude. I'm gonna put that on your fucking tombstone, dude.
Riffs are like smells.
Riffs are like smells.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
uh
it was cool watch, and not only that, but like it was in a sense of like like when you hear that and you see it playing, like it was that you got to think like from my standpoint, like that's how I saw that song.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because I was looking at your stupid ass like playing it. So
Yeah.
like that's if I were to like look down at mine, like it would be so much harder than being like, oh fuck, okay, I remember that,
Right.
and then like it's which is so incredibly autistic that it like in unreal. Like I wrote this song. I know what these fingers can do. I don't know what the Oh yeah, he did it. All right, sick. And then like
Yeah.
from like
Like,
what 20 fucking years ago?
yeah, literally now, right? 2005, pretty
Yeah,
much.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I remembered a good chunk of that first song just for whatever reason, because it was probably the first one we wrote. We were super stoked. The
Oh yeah.
Converge breakdown that we ripped off from, what's the record? Uh, First
Uh,
Light, Last Light, right? Those tracks. I just said
um,
it on the last podcast too. What the fuck is it called?
dude, we look like such posers right now.
I know. I'm always like, Converge is like the main reason.
Jacob Bannon told us to
You
be a
failed me,
band.
duh.
Oh shit, yeah, that was around then.
Yeah, so that da na 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 na, like we like
Yeah,
totally took that right from that. Like we're gonna do it better.
yeah, and oh, to be young again.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, let's do something cooler than Converge. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Good chance.
Yeah, way
But
to go, pal.
but yeah, I remembered most of that one, and then like when I had to tear, I told you I tore apart the songs with the AI, the last song I did. And
Yeah,
I was like, no way in hell is this thing gonna pull this recording apart with all the blasting and the wall of noise that the guitars were, and it fucking worked. Like,
it was Radu, dude.
yeah,
It was him being like, I fucking cunts. Fuck.
doing AI while he's
Yeah,
building paddle ships.
bro, that's actually the secret of Robinson is Radu was the first AI ever. He's like Johnny Five, but like more pissed.
Yeah, he's the fucking T1000 for sure.
Oh God, he would be, dude. Fuck.
Um, do you remember? So another memory I just had, when we were in Canada. Remember, so we got rid of the blue van and we got the white van,
Right.
and then we put fucking Horsemen on the front.
Oh yeah.
And then so we're driving down the street in Canada, and there's a bunch of kids walking down the street, and my window's open. I'm in shotgun, and I look over, I see this guy. He's like, Horseman. Oh, that's Robinson. Hey. And I was like,
Oh,
just got
dude.
fucking recognized in Canada. Like
Yeah, I do. My God, I do remember that motherfucker, man.
that was for that fest. We're just driving down. It was like a busy ass like main road. I don't
Yeah,
remember
we
what the
were
fuck.
in like the city.
Yeah.
Fuck.
In that fucking van that says Horseman on the front.
That that
Do you
was
remember
fuck.
do you remember when the Horseman thing came up? Like how
Dude, it's fucked up since, like I told the dudes in the band, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be on me and Paul are gonna bullshit, blah blah blah. And it like kind of literally lit the fire where I was like, oh man, there was a bunch of wild shit that we did when we were kids. Holy fuck. And like started thinking about it really. And yeah, he fucking Zach and I were talking about it and I was like, dude, do I actually remember the fucking all I remember was just like Mike being trashed out of his fucking mind and just looking forward and like, this wall of fucking feedback and him just screaming horseman with his fucking stupid arm in the fucking
oh
and,
yeah, I
and I
forgot
was like,
about
wait a
that.
minute, was that it? I was like, that's the earliest I think that I remember as far as uh
Yeah.
how that how that came to be. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's all fucking,
And well, the Great City was based off of was it Sodom and Gomorrah in the
yeah,
Bible, right?
it was
So it
the
was all this
spot in the
kind of
middle.
shit was intertwined too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that was like your idea, right?
Actually, that was all Mike. Yeah,
Oh,
Mike
okay.
fucking we were talking about it and like yeah, he was the one that came up with the great city, if I remember correctly, fucking was like the halfway point between Sodom and Gomorrah, where when they like cleaned house, so to speak, they took all the bodies and just like right in the middle.
Right.
So it was just this like literally like city of the dead, like just rotting, blah blah blah.
That's so fucking
And
sick.
yeah, Mike's fucked up, dude. He's a fucking weird guy. But but
He's a
yeah,
great lyricist.
do you know what, dude? That motherfucker, hell yeah, he was. Uh he definitely was really, really good at that. And I think like not to be like stereotypical, but like, bro, you look at Mike and be like, okay. Like it's not like, damn, that motherfucker can write something. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It
No,
was so like
there's a deep like artistic mind in there, and he was always like he took it so seriously.
yeah.
Um,
Nah, Mike was incredibly talented. Not only that, but that fucking high pitched ass fucking shit would come out of
Yeah.
his fucking goddamn barrel of a body. Like I still don't understand.
No,
But
I remember our first practice. So I came and tried out. It was just you and Jeremy,
mhm.
and we played that day. And you guys showed me like the two songs you had started, and I don't know why you said yes, but then I was in the band.
That's another practice spot. Is Jeremy's mom's house.
We practiced. I don't remember practicing there.
Dude, we played there literally maybe like twice.
Okay. Was it?
Because then Gary got pissed as fuck because now it's louder.
Oh, okay. I don't remember being there at all. I remember your mom's house, Freddie's, DBL's, and then the warehouse, and then Pittsburgh. I think that's all of our practice spots.
I'm almost positive you were. I mean, obviously you've been to fucking Jeremy's parents' house, but
Yeah.
dude, I'm almost positive. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe you were hanging out.
I remember being there for sure. I don't remember playing there, but I also could be dead fucking wrong. Like,
Yeah, fuck. Either way, but
um, yeah, the warehouse spot. I remember being like, kind of like that's where we kind of pulled it all together, and
yeah,
that's where Jeremy got really fucking fast at blasting because he worked with Mike, and he would just go up on that weird office they had inside the warehouse, like this wooden room.
yeah,
We
dude. We
we
played in like a
practiced on
loft.
top of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you had to climb up there to play. And so we'd come in and Jeremy's just sitting there already, just blasting with
yeah.
a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, just practicing his blasts. And that's how he got so fucking fast.
Yeah, dude. It's and like talking about like listening to the record again. Fucking like obviously, dude. Jeremy's one of the like he's such an asshole, and I love him to death. But like that dude is probably one of like the most talented fucking musicians. Like he's music minded and like physically capable of doing what like he thinks
Yeah.
about doing. You know what I mean? Like that's ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
that's like somebody, you know what I mean? That would be like you thinking of something that doesn't exist and then being able to like copy it perfectly on a piece of paper sort of thing. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But and he was, I mean, that's I think that was like the main character of like the entire band, so to speak, of like he would he was so driven by just being pissed all the time that like if he got something wrong playing, like I would have nightmares about fucking like specific just drum parts from like being downstairs and him practicing. And then like when we're able to come back up, like we like, dude, we were like prisoners. Like the fucking like now that I think about it, like what the fuck?
I
But
don't
no,
know.
dude, like he's yeah, hands down, like that dude is probably one of the best musicians I'll have the capability of fucking playing with.
Yeah. I
I
think spending all that time with him is what still to this day is ingrained. It makes me check myself every time I'm
yeah,
writing
dude.
something or like, I'm like, is this fucking lame? Like, what would Jeremy say about it? You know, it's like,
Dude, how much PTSD do you
that's
have
what it is.
from playing with Jeremy fucking Radio, dude? Like,
Yeah, I'm like, am I allowed to say this is cool? I don't know.
yeah, is he gonna be? Is, oh man, no, never mind. Fuck it.
It was
Dude,
like grindcore summer camp with,
it was like grindcore prison, dude.
and the funny
Oh,
thing is like I had never even heard a grindcore band. I didn't even know what
dude.
it was. And then all of a sudden it's like we're a grindcore band. We say we are, and people called us that, and other people were like they're not real grind, and I'm like I don't care what it is.
I mean, at that point, grindcore for me was there was a dude that Jeremy and I had played with right before you and I had met. His name was Travis, and he was from Boardman, or yeah, I think he was from Boardman. Fucking amazing bass player, and he was into like super into fucking like agoraphobic nosebleeds, Soylent Green, fucking Neurosis. I mean, obviously Neurosis is not a grindcore band, but like just like shit that like Jeremy and I at the time weren't like privy to, you know? Like I remember fucking listening to this is gonna sound so stupid. Fucking when um oh my God, Calculating Infinity came out. And at that point, like, Jeremy had already shown me, like, he would call them punk bands, but like, dude, I remember when he showed me like Toxic Narcotic and these bands that were like pretty much fucking like grind punk. They were just, in his eyes, that was just super fucking fast punk rock, which hell yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much like he already had, and oh yeah. Meanwhile, he's got a fucking Byhawk. Like, dude, Jeremy was punk as fuck when we were
He
kids.
was.
He
And
was
he was
so
in
punked,
aphasia
dude.
looking licked.
See, it should have been a D beat band, man. Like, should have been a crust band. But yeah, Jeremy was always like on to some fucking like total wild. He's the kid that like he'd be like, "Hey man, did you ever see the Titanic?" I'm like, fuck that movie. We're like, okay, but like, nah, that's stupid. We're like, all right, what?
If you
Okay,
see Titanic.
like it's like one of those like like no, that's a fucking horror. Like,
He
what's your
he would
favorite?
still he would be like that when we would watch like our
Oh my God,
favorite action movies at like between practice. Like that's so fucking gay.
dude.
Like
You could have been watching Citizen Kane or some shit, and Jeremy be like, "Oh, this is fucking retarded. Fuck this game. This is stupid." Like Schindler's List comes on and be like, "That was a wrong shot." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
the
dude,
wrong shot.
like how? And the most fucked up part is now that we're talking about it, like for him doing that from a musical standpoint, like, dude, could you imagine if somebody gave Jeremy the capability to make a movie?
Oh, I would love to see it. Holy shit.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Just give him $5 million and say, have at it.
He'd spend like $30 on it. Like,
Yeah.
like he'd draw it by hand or some shit.
Don't you want to hire a storyboard artist? No.
Like what the fuck is that? That's gay. Fuck. Dude. Yeah,
Oh,
but I feel that fucking I mean, obviously that band wasn't that band if all of us weren't doing it, you know what I mean?
yeah. It
And
really felt like I don't know. It was like all of our first like real thing that we were like super stoked on, and like I
oh,
felt
for
like
sure.
I was part of creating something special, and our first tours, and like it was a first of all that for everyone, and like
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
know.
We definitely fucking yeah, we popped each other's cherries. Fuck, bro.
Yeah,
No, but
like
I mean, and I think the most fucking rad part about that is like, dude, we were four complete, complete helpless morons. Like, dude, like, really?
Mike was at least the dad of the band, but yeah,
Like, right.
the fact that we made it across the country multiple times and didn't die
Yeah,
is amazing.
we didn't even end up in jail.
No,
Almost.
yeah.
That was what fucking when we were going to Utah and fucking Derek from Signs threw that D battery. Fucking,
Yeah, what
yeah.
happened after that?
All
Did
right,
they get
so
pulled over or
oh yeah, yeah, both of us did because we were following them, and for some, I think uh, they got cut off, whatever, you know what I mean? And yeah, homeboy just rolls down the fucking passenger window and just Nolan Ryan's this goddamn battery pack at the fucking car, and it hit the car. I remember, but it hit the hood. So anyhow, fucking lady calls the cops. We get pulled over and we go in. Remember, we were sitting down on the fucking curb? It was right before we found out all the beer in Utah is fucking stupid.
yeah.
Like, that we
The
had no idea
measured
which was
pourers on the fucking bottles and shit. Yeah.
like, yeah, you want to talk about like pouring Gatorade in a wound. Like, cool, we almost went to jail for something that we didn't do. And I'm pretty sure that there's weed in the van. And oh, by the way, we have a fucking goddamn bottle of Everclear cracked. Like, and we look like, okay, yeah, no, this is gonna go fucking swimmingly. But
Yeah.
yeah, and we were there, and I remember sitting down on the curb. We weren't like, I don't think we were cuffed, but the one cop fucking made that dire mistake. Like, you guys in a band? Yes, we are. Like, and he ended up liking Pantera. Now this,
Oh,
and dude, we as a collective, we were like Devastator, like coming together and being like, bro, Pantera is the sickest band, like the sickest, and like everyone, like it was like a
yeah.
choir of like
It's like,
dicks
yeah,
suck.
dude. Yeah.
And yeah, and then he let us go. And it was right before
We should
um
have been like, funny you say that. We're on our way to open for
it was
Pantera.
like, yeah, we are Pantera. Like but yeah, and then after that, we go into the goddamn gas station and find out the beer is literally like air. Like it's
Yeah.
dude, that
Is it
tastes
like,
sucks.
is it 2.5 there or some, three, maybe something like it
It's
was
they pretty much like half it. It's been halved. But
half.
I've halved my beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that tastes
I,
suck.
you just reminded me of another thing. My 21st birthday. So
Oh,
uh,
oh
this
fuck.
this day was just all over the place. So we were playing Chicago. Right before we go on stage, I get a phone call from Nick Huffman, drummer for Second Story Window, who
Oh
says
fuck, dude.
our
Yeah.
our childhood friend Brady Petritas, my good friend, his younger brother got in a car accident, passed away that day. And I was 5 minutes from going on the stage. I had to run outside because, like, he said something. Maybe he texted me if texting existed then. I don't
I,
remember.
I'm I'm almost positive we might have had texting at that point.
Yeah, probably. But so I go outside, talk to him.
Yeah.
He tells me, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Cause like I was super close with them. We like hung out all the
Yeah.
time. And then so I go on stage. It's my birthday. So the rest of all you really didn't know yet. And then you had a cake prepared for me with
Mhm.
candles lit, brought out on stage. And I'm standing there, all these emotions, about to fucking play a show. And then you smash the cake in my face with the lit candles. One of them burns my eyelid.
I do remember. Yeah.
And then so with cake on my face, I go, hold on a second, hold on a second. I got to say something. So I get on the mic for a second. I was like, cake dripping off my face. I just found out my best friend's little brother just died today. So I want to
Yeah.
dedicate this set to him. So sorry, but whatever. And then the crowd's like, and then we played a mean ass show. It was really good.
Yeah, that was a sick show. That was a fun show. That oh dude. Yeah, I remember being like, oh, we just almost fucking immolated Paul. What the fuck? It's like
So,
you look like you just got a cum shot from Godzilla, and really, dude, some heavy shit. We're like,
uh,
fuck.
yeah,
Yeah, that
it
was a
was.
wild birthday.
So after that, I turned 21 that night at midnight. So after the
Mhm.
show, we waited until midnight to go to the bar.
Yeah.
We somehow got you in too because you were underage still.
Oh yeah, 100. Dude,
And
I think I was underage mostly for like pretty much. Was there ever a tour that I was on that I was over eight? I don't think there was.
it,
No, there had to have been.
the very last one, you were 21. You had to be, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Jesus
you
fucking
definitely were
Christ.
for sure. Yeah. And so we go into that bar, get absolutely plastered. And we're like, okay, I'm 21. Yeah. So then we had to drive somewhere outside the city or wherever we were staying. So I ride with Signs of Collapse. And because Mike was being very strict about no drinking in the van. I wanted to keep drinking because it was my birthday. And they're like, you can drink in our van. We got Jack Daniels and beer or whatever. So I ride with them.
Dude, God
And
bless that band.
yeah, love you guys. Fucking, I need to get, what's his name on here?
James.
Yeah, James. Duh. Fucking
Yeah.
recorded. I talked to him on Instagram. But I'm in the back of the van, drunk. We're driving on a freeway for it was a while, wherever the fuck we were going to stay. I don't remember where we were
Yeah.
going, but I was like, I have to piss. And he's like, oh, this is what we do. I'm like, okay.
Oh, dude.
So they had the same doors that opened like this as we did. And they go, what you do is you open this one, you stick half of your body out, and then you piss on the freeway while you're going 70 miles per hour. The dumbest fucking thing. And I'm like, I'm going to fall out. And they're like, no,
Boys
we
holding
hold
your
your
belt.
yeah. He's like, no, we hold your belt. That's what we do all the time. And I'm like, okay, I'm drunk. I'm 21. Let's go. So I fucking stick my face out. And so my upper body is outside of the van above it. And so I just start pissing, and I'm like, oh, the wind in my face. I'm 21. I'm going 70 miles an hour. This is fucking great. I'm on tour. And then I get back in the van and I sit down and I look and everyone's like this, and they're fucking covered in my piss because it was coming back inside with the wind. I didn't go far enough out, but I couldn't hear them screaming in agony. I was like, no, stop, stop, stop. So I pissed all over them in the van.
Dude, go on tour with Robinson. We'll piss on you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
That tour was so fun.
That was all those tours were rad, no matter like how fucking outlandishly fucking ridiculous it got. But yeah,
it was just us two on that one, right? Signs of Acceptance and Rob. Yeah.
That's when
they were
Boss
booking
came.
that one. They headlined that tour.
Mm-hmm. That was that was when Casper was with him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Casper and Mike was their guitarist.
Yeah. Mike was playing guitar with Ketchup and fucking
so
Jeremiah.
When was Tony? Tony was on the first tour. Did we do two tours with them, right?
Yeah, Tony was on the first tour.
Yeah, I can't separate them in my head. Like, other than the pictures I know I have of all that shit.
Dude, fucking God took off that day when they were like, "Hey, man, we're gonna have these assholes from fucking Peoria, Ohio, meet these dickheads from fucking Michigan. What part of Michigan? Doesn't matter. Just watch." And you remember we drove all the fucking way to Oklahoma for like the first show? But that's when we met fucking John.
Yeah. Because we originally got signed by that like kid who had a bedroom record label, remember?
Yeah, dude, Sleepwalk, bro.
Yes. And then so we were like, sweet. And then Jean hit us up and was like, want to sign you to Bella. We're like, ooh.
Eye on the hog.
We're gonna have to go with this one instead, even though like we totally fucked that guy over. So sorry if that guy ever hears this. Yeah. But so we drove out there and met him. He gave us a carton of fucking Camel Wides and like a 30-pack of Bud Light as our signing bonus. That was so sick.
That was It's like we're home. This is cool.
Yeah, he was like, I know who you guys are. We're like,
yeah. You guys are complete pieces of shit. Here, just take this and shut up. All right, cool, man. We got beer. Hell yeah.
No, that was the perfect record label to be on. And then we met Destroyer dudes.
Oh yeah, man. Them fucking dude. There was, I mean,
they're back together.
Their shit.
Yeah. Their singer passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I did see that. That sucks, man. Those dudes were fucking rad to party with.
Yeah, but I've been talking to Corey, and they have a new record they're going to do. I think in the next I think they're working on it now. I think it was coming out in like May or something.
No shit.
Yeah, so super stoked to hear that, because remember how they'd had full stacks, but they would swap one of the guitar stacks on each side, so you get one of each guitar. I was like, that's so smart.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's fucking goddamn Southerners, man. Those dudes, fucking. Well, yeah, okay. So we played that Oklahoma show, and then we played like right next door to it, and that's when we met those dudes, right? It was that little bar, and yeah, that place. That was an awesome show.
Yeah,
from what I remember, because that was the first time. They were always like. They were a really fun band to watch live.
Yeah.
And I think I'm almost positive that was the first show we played with them. And then they were always, rad as fuck. We went to that fucking house party afterwards. And I think I'm gonna guess it was probably Mike. It was like, we gotta go, man. We gotta go. Bro.
Oh, is that we gotta drive like all the way to fucking
it was like
or some shit.
Yeah, like we're so far. Yeah, it was like we gotta. Which, okay,
he's right. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, God,
that's when I got forced to drive when I was drunk. Still, you remember that?
Is that when you guys?
He stuffed me in the driver's seat upside down.
Oh shit!
So that I'm glad you remind me of that because
Holy
that was the
fuck.
same night. So we had to drive really fucking far. This wasn't like you could sleep in or get up, you could stay over and get up early and make it to the next show. We had to leave that night and drive through the night. So he took first shift because he was being responsible and not getting drunk. And the rest of us were drunk as fuck. So we all
Yeah,
passed
no.
out in the back. He drives like 2 hours and he's like, I'm done. And he's like, it's your turn to me. And I'm like, I cannot drive right now. Like, and he's like, I don't care. And he goes into the rest stop and I go back to sleep. And then he comes back out and he just grabs me, pulls me out of the van and puts me into the driver's seat upside down. So my feet are sticking up and my head is like leaning on the fucking brake pedal. And he just gets in the back and lays down. So I get up. The sun is about to come up, I think, at this point, and I just start driving. I'm like, okay, I'm sober enough. But then our dumbasses, you or Jeremy, come and sit shotgun with me, and
It was radio, man.
we open a beer, and I'm drinking while I'm driving. Fucking
That was when
20 years old.
You guys broke the windshield.
Oh yes, something.
I think Radio was driving.
I broke the windshield. Yeah.
You were wearing flip-flops and you broke a windshield.
I was like trying to do like, I don't know, double bass on the fucking, I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't even hit it that hard. I remember going, what the fuck? Like, this is total bullshit.
Dude, I was asleep and fucking I woke up to that what the fuck.
So there's a glass like splintered across the whole fucking thing. Oh my god.
Dude, I've never seen Mike so happy in my entire life.
We tortured him.
We totally did. He would be the best dad on the fucking planet, dude.
Oh, I know. I want him to come on and do this, and I texted him the other day, but he didn't answer me. We talk here and there, just whenever he feels like responding.
Oh yeah, dude, he's like fucking Bill Murray, dude. Like you have to like leave a message to talk to fucking Michael Illich. Fuck, he's got a 1-800 number that it just connects to like something that's like if you were in Robinson at any point, fuck you.
There was one more van story I wanted to say, and I can't remember what the fuck it was now.
Do you remember when he fell asleep on the roof of the van and it started raining?
Mike? Yeah, where were we?
It was some fucking like bullshit rat motel and like goddamn dude, it might have been I want to say it was like maybe South Carolina or some shit. And he was pissed about something, probably us. And fucking he slept on top of the van.
And it started raining.
Like so much rain.
Oh my god.
How are we alive?
I don't know. I'm so glad you're remembering all this shit though, because it's been gone out of my head. But then when you say it, I'm like, oh yep, I remember that now.
And all it is just like horrible shit that happened to Mike.
I can't wait. If he ever comes on here, I cannot wait to hear his perspective.
Dude, remember Captain's Log?
Yes. He used to record himself with his camera when he was driving. No shirt on, or like the shirt tied around his head.
Tied around his fucking head.
And he'd go Captain's Log and just like tell a story while he's driving in the desert.
We didn't know. And then he showed us, and there's like 15 of them.
You know that I just realized why he called that Thunder Rider song Yuma, and the whole thing, it was based around what he wanted to do on that Robinson record. That's why it's all fucking desert, Arizona, Yuma, fucking take off my boots and walk into the sunset.
Dude. Mike is so poetic, bro.
It is, dude. I'm telling you, whenever you feel like it, if you haven't done it, pull up the lyrics to Great City and read along. They're fucking so good. I did that when I had to do it when I was putting it on streaming. I had to
Yeah.
find all the lyrics to put into the fucking thing, and I'm reading along with it, going, "Holy shit! I don't even think I've ever read some of these songs."
Did I mean dude, I remember when Mike was like, okay, chapters. I was like, what does that even fucking mean?
Yeah,
And there was I still fucking have no idea why he like did it. And like I think that was so like ridiculously like the double-edged sword of like luck that it worked completely. Like not even just like from like an aesthetic standpoint, but like somehow those songs, if you were to listen to that record the entire way through without stopping, like, and maybe it's like a placebo effect, but like if you know that they're like broken into chapters, like it sounds like fucking chapters. Like that
yeah,
sound, you know what I mean? But like obviously like being biased because,
yeah.
but
And
like it's
there were not
he's
supposed to
like
be
he's like
song
fucking
names.
right, right. Yeah, it was nobody ever came up with song names, but
They
like
forced us to do that so they had something to call them when we put the record out, because it
right.
was literally just supposed to be 4 chapters that weren't titled as songs, that just the lyrics fit into these sections or whatever, 3 chapters.
Yes.
I don't remember how, I guess it's 4.
Yeah, it was
But
4, wasn't
that's why
it? We don't even fucking know our own goddamn record.
when I talk about the songs, that's why I don't know the titles, because they're not supposed to be called that.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be nothing. That's why they were 1, 2, 3, 4 to us.
yeah,
So when I'm like looking, I'm like doing the song, like it's called The Great City Imperiled 2. Okay. Like
yeah.
I don't know, because it was
We
only
were
3.
numerical grind, dude. That's what
Yeah.
like, dude, fucking goddamn geometry core. Fuck.
Another thing about Mike, back to your mom's house, I remember the first day he came over and tried out and like totally crushed it. And then
Uh,
he was like, even though he was coming from like a rap metal band and whatever the fuck he did before, he was like finally getting to do like this kind of shit, and was like,
right.
let all that out. And I remember, I don't know if it was you or Jeremy, you're talking about do the high pitch like converge, or like what someone called it, the cougar scream. And he just fucking did it, and we were like, holy
Yeah.
shit, that came out of you.
Yeah, dude. That's still like even to this day, fucking, like I'll if I were to listen to those songs like fully fucking well knowing like obviously, you know, that big fuck did those sounds and like not even that, but like even on that record, like there was no that's him and a microphone that somebody recorded, like, and
Yeah,
then just mastered in like volume wide. Like that's
yeah, there was no
my
added distortion. And
yeah, dude. Like
yeah,
there was no like, preset or like plugin. Like that is Mike. Like
yeah,
and obviously like when you're fucking recording and shit, like especially from our standpoint, like dude, I'm just like this sounds like shit. The guitars sound like shit. Fuck, like you're just thinking about your own, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, like when you get to set back and like actually listen, fucking like I have no fucking idea how the hell that huge motherfucker made that sound and still is capable of like
yeah.
dude, what he lost his voice maybe out of all the tours we did like twice.
I
Like
can't even remember if he did. Yeah,
there was I think there was one time in DC and it made him sound even like kind of almost iller, like where it was just this raspy high where it was like dude like
yeah.
and then we got in the
Smoke more.
band. He
That's
was,
sick.
yeah, everybody
And he was
like,
a smoker too. Yeah, like that's
dude, fucking, and yeah, he was like, we were all incredibly in shape, obviously, but I mean, dude, fucking night after fucking night, and then drive the van, and then get drunk, and then fucking obviously put up with us, and then get more drunk from putting up with us, like, and
yeah. And
and
still perform like that.
yeah, dude, every night, like that dude. I mean, you get a bang over, you know what I mean, from being a guitar player or whatever, but like that asshole's out there fucking
Yeah.
literally like turning fucking a color that like your eyes can't even perceive like from doing this like ultraviolet high scream. But
It really is, especially too, because his background was not in any of this shit either. He was
at
like
all.
me. He loved new metal shit. He wore a Deftones shirt all the time. He had that one Deftones
Yeah.
self-titled. That's like all I can picture him in. And like then we're like, okay, we're gonna be a grind band, I guess. And he's like, okay. I
And then
remember
we're
all of us
on
just kind
set.
of going like, oh, well, I guess we're gonna do this new thing here, and he's gonna blast all the time. He threw his toms out, like, okay,
Yeah, and that was the thing is that like it was even in the sense of obviously like I mean grindcore as a whole like existed far before
yeah.
we ever even picked up a guitar. You know what I
And
mean?
when
But
I
it
listened
was,
to old grind, we sound nothing like that. Like
and
that's why to
that's
me it was its own thing, and I don't care what it is. Like,
which like if it's funny because like it all kind of comes full circle of like we were talking earlier as far as that like that era. And like I said, I fucking hate saying it, but like that like MySpace era, like just that like environment uh where like kids start bands and like they're aware of or well I hope they're aware of like the quote unquote forefathers like the originators, but then like you try to emulate it and rather like you're so bad at it that it turns into something else, or like you take your time and actually do it and it's still like you said, like it's yeah, like we don't sound like Repulsion, we don't sound like fucking Napalm Death, like you know what I mean, like
no, yeah,
we don't sound like Carcass, any of that, but like we borrowed, rather we knew it or not, most of the times probably not, of like it was like I'd like to say that it was, we weren't trying to emulate because we had no idea what the fuck we were doing in the
yeah.
first
We weren't
place.
trying
Like,
to do something because we didn't know what it was.
yeah, it
Like
was just
when
like, dude,
we
how
didn't listen to
fast can
Napalm
we
Death
do
and
this?
go and like let's sound like Napalm Death now. It was just like
Yes.
I think that's why it works because it wasn't contrived at all. It wasn't like we didn't know what it was going to sound like when we finished it. It was
Yeah.
just like this is going to be real fast and we can't even fucking play what we're trying to write and he's fucking yelling out numbers and all right. I had a little phone call interruption there.
Yeah. Seriously.
I got to change out my koozie
You
for
guys
this guy.
could. That tracks.
Yeah, so where were we? Fucking Mike
Fuck.
was our dad.
Yeah, Mike, we tortured Mike. He's good at what he does, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, fuck.
Yeah, we're really talking those two up and nothing
Yeah,
about
fuck
our.
those
We're
dudes,
like we
man.
fucking suck. We don't know
Yeah,
what we're.
it's like I don't know, man. I bought a guitar. Like,
I remember when I joined the band though. I didn't know shit. I could play some new metal songs. I had that 7-string Ibanez, that gray one, and I
oh
took
fuck,
one
I
of the
forgot
strings
about that.
off. But like you had been playing for a while, right? Like, did you take lessons or how did you get started?
Yeah, I played. Yeah, it was there was that fucking guitar shop right next to Freddie's, King's Music,
Yeah.
and yeah, I took guitar lessons when I was like shit. I think like 14, 13 or 14. Yeah, and it was from this blues guitar player. His name was Blue Max Shang. Dude is a ripper. And he was kind of like, he's like this old fucking like Stones, all the like the classic shit. And I just wanted to play metal. And he was like, all right, look, man, like I'll just teach you blues scales. This is pretty much what this is, but just like move it like a half step this way. Oh shit. Like, and um yeah, he was always a dude. He's like, yeah, you want to show up? Cool, show up. Like if you don't, no sweat off my dick. Like,
Yeah.
and it kind of like adapted to where like, yeah, if you want to get good, get good. Like if you don't, then kiss my ass. Like,
Right.
and that yeah,
That's
so at
probably a
that,
better way to approach it for a kid because if you're
oh
like you
for
have to be
sure.
at lessons every week, but if you're like, hey, if you want to suck, whatever,
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, hey, I don't want to suck, so they
yeah,
make you show up.
you want to emulate these dudes in these fucking like super fucking metal bands that are just literally smoking a fucking fretboard. Like you want to do that? Cool. Do you know how to do that? Like, no, you don't. Shut up. Come here. Like, as opposed to like, yeah, you get detention if you don't fucking go or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, he was cool. So yeah, at that point, I'd playing a little bit, but it wasn't. That's the thing is like when we started playing together, like the amalgamation of like all four idiots that like, and like you said, like come together from like completely different background. And it sounds like so stereotypical, but like that's pretty much what it was. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was in a sense of like, I mean, Christ, dude, I found out about so many bands that I had no idea about laying on the goddamn floor of that fucking van at like 4:35 in the morning, pitch fucking black, and Jeremy's driving. Fuck, what is he gonna put the fuck in? Like, and we all had our like individual booklets of CDs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and Jeremy just had shit that was like, Japanese B-side fucking had to stab a man and like this like he had some wild shit, but like at the same time, like I feel that even like dude, I remember fucking when I found out about Grails, like I think that that band being like so incredibly fucking annoying at 4:35 in the goddamn morning at full fucking blast that like kind of embedded almost more of like a noise aspect into like not the recording because the recording was already there, but like even so much as like the live show,
Mm.
like I think that was even kind of cool to think about is that like it was almost like you absorb like what happened that day in a
Yeah.
sense of like sure, you have a shitty day, you could rather have a really shitty show or like just go completely fucking ape shit, whatever. But
Yeah.
like it was even from a musical standpoint because there was shit that like we did and probably only us noticed, but like like you come out and play it this way, or like it rang out this far as opposed to just like those little nuances that like going back to we have no fucking idea what we are doing. Like and like at all. Like so to be able to fucking kind of just like for lack of a better phrase, like go off the cuff of like, hey man, I think this will sound cool. Fuck it, try it. And like
Yeah.
it was just, it wasn't a job, it was fucking fun. You know what I mean? It
Oh,
never
absolutely.
wasn't. It never wasn't fun. And even like, dude, the worst, absolute worst fucking show in the world, like, was way better than like not playing that show. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, for sure. Because that's why, like, all the bullshit you deal with on the road, the long drives, the
yeah,
fucking
dude.
having no money, the van breaks down, whatever. Like, it's all worth it for that 30 minutes you're on the stage.
Yeah,
And because that's why you're fucking there.
exactly.
And then, yeah, like once, especially too, like the best feeling in the world is when you've been on tour for 2 weeks and you're so fucking locked in. You don't have to think on
Uh,
stage. And that's when all that shit comes out. All those we should have,
right.
would have, could have done it on the record type
Yeah.
things. Like,
I
yeah.
mean, but that's pretty much how like what that We Bite fucking cover
Yeah.
kind of came to be, where it was we were already totally like dialed with like the set, etc. And yeah, we're like, fuck it, let's try and fuck this up. We want to do this cover,
Yeah.
but it clicked right the fuck in. And
There's a video of that on YouTube. Have you seen it?
is that the one from? That's the one from South Carolina, isn't it?
Yeah. That's like
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the few full sets of us out there.
yeah, yeah.
And I found it again the other day when I was looking for us live playing the song I just did the video for because I'm like, I need to see where our fucking hands are doing. And I'm like, oh, there's the We Bite. Watch
We
that.
have to reference ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Cause it's funny because it's like that kind of music, like you could listen to a lot of bands and just by ear go, oh, it sounds like he's doing this here. But on that, you can't. It's
Nah.
impossible.
And it's even weirder is like, I mean, for as much as it was, obviously like very uh noisy, I guess, what you would say. But like to be able to, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people outside of you and I that like figured out how to play at least one of those songs.
Yeah.
At least I'd like to think, because we can't be the only assholes that did that
There,
shit.
there. I looked like occasionally, like let's see if anyone covered a Robinson song. Never found one. And then
Thank God.
after I did that first one that did was the intro in track two, someone learned it and
No
sent it
shit.
to me on Instagram. And it was like almost fucking dead on. I was like, good fucking job, dude. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That poor bastard.
Like anyone can learn from my shitty lessons that I do at the end too, with the fucking tabs on the screen. I'm like, I should have made a full tab and put it in the comments, but I'm like, is anyone really gonna try to learn this shit?
Just do it backwards and upside down. Fucking. Then we accidentally started a new fucking genre of music.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Uh, Another thing I remembered earlier, I forgot to say. Do you remember when we played in that fucking boxing ring in Denver?
bro. Dude.
Don't even know why it happened, but we
Holy
showed up to
shit.
the venue and we walk in and they're like, "You're playing in the middle of the boxing ring tonight." Like what? That was Denver, right?
Yeah, that was Denver. Yeah, and then we our other Denver fucking show was at motherfucker, what is it called? Was it oh my god, dude. That's where we met fucking Ethan from Clinging
From what?
from Clinging to the Trees.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Uh oh my
yeah.
god, what was
And
that name?
Eric
Yeah, oh motherfucker,
with a
Eric,
giant
dude.
skull on his back.
Yeah, dude. That guy
Yeah.
was cool as fuck.
I haven't talked to him forever. I saw him
Uh
from a second story window when we went there too.
no
So
shit.
cool as fuck. Yeah, he took us around. You know, he's just the best dude.
Yeah, that dude fucking ruled.
Was that where we had beef with someone else? And I feel like it was one of those
Yeah.
Denver shows. Genghis
Okay.
Tron.
Yeah, so that's where I was going with this.
Yes. Tell me what
Yeah.
happened because I don't remember.
Oh, dude. Okay. Oh man. From my memory, um, it had something to do with what Clinging played, which I mean, dude, that was another band from back then. My God,
Yeah.
fucking idiot heavy. But yeah, so Clinging played, and then we were slated to play, and I think Genghis Tron was uh, playing after us. Something happened where they were trying to play before us and nobody told radio.
Right.
So he starts, setting his drums up. And I guess like the one dude or something picked up. And like I said, this is, from a
Many years ago.
yeah, very clouded memory. I'm thinking that like one dude like picked one of his like cymbal stands up and started walking away with it. Jeremy said something. There was some type of fucking exchange. Mike saw it and literally like walked over like a monolith and just started like literally got like in between Jeremy and dude, and the dude's little, like it was that motherfucker with the curly hair and the glasses.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck Mike said to him, but I'm pretty sure that dude turned a fucking page in his book because he did not look the same after Mike stepped in between Jeremy and homie. And it like I remember I remember them like we played next. And
Yeah.
fucking yeah, needless to say, we went on. And fucking dude, Mike was such a thug.
Yeah. He's the biggest teddy bear until he has a reason not to be.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. But yeah, so they like went over the side and were like bickering or whatever the fuck. And I don't think Mike said anything else to him, but like kind of just sat there and like stared at him or some shit. Like
I remember it was more than just like the one little thing because it was like a whole night. I was like, I felt
yeah,
tense.
yeah. Mike punked an entire band down again. But, but
Oh my God.
yeah, I think it was yeah, because Jeremy fuck like I said, I remember watching Jeremy fucking like it's like what the fuck and like
Yeah.
and
But
then
also don't do that. Like
right.
come up and talk to you. Like, like, well, hey, we're gonna swap.
Yeah,
Okay. You don't just
don't
grab someone's shit.
don't throw a fucking hissy fit. You're not Rush, motherfucker. Like shut up.
Yeah.
But
Uh
yeah, Mike's a G.
yeah. I bet
Driven
so.
beyond limits, bro. He's,
I live like 20 minutes from him. I haven't seen him since I've been here.
what an asshole.
Yeah,
Fuck
well,
you, Mike.
I'm gonna get him on here. I'm gonna keep bugging him.
Oh, dude. We
Uh,
should
do,
we should get radio to It'll be like fucking Hollywood Squares or some shit.
I totally would have had him on, but I figured he would say fuck that.
Just have him wear just like the fucking like the blacked out screen, like the voice modulator.
Oh, so when I pulled apart the song, I sent him just the drums. I just texted him the MP3 of just the drums. I didn't even say anything. And the next day, I just get, this sounds like garbage. And I was like, you are the garbage. That's you.
This sounds like garbage.
And
Well,
like, there's no way he didn't realize it was him playing.
I pray to God he didn't.
He just thought it was something else. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna send you some random drums. Hey, check out these drums I'm working on.
This is bullshit.
Do you remember anything else about recording in the studio there?
I remember it was, I mean, it was pretty easy from what I remember. I remember rallies being across from the fucking we crushed rallies.
Yeah.
But
I can barely remember it. I remember being in there tracking and like we just one taked like everything pretty much.
yeah,
We didn't
it
double
was
track
pretty
shit.
yeah, it was pretty easy. Which was awesome. I do remember watching fucking Jeremy play. I remember everything else, and then I do not remember a single thing about recording my shit. But yeah, it was. I mean, what we did it in like, fuck, man.
Well, we did the first 6 songs or whatever, right? And then we went
Right.
back like
Yeah.
3 more, or no, I guess it was
Yeah.
7 songs, including the intro on the EP.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we went back the second time. I always did. I always fucking. I hate that shit where. That's why like I love the remaster because it quells that like difference between like you could tell it's like 2 sessions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the last 3 have a completely different mix. And
Right.
it's like you can't, that's just you reset up a mic, it'll never be the same twice.
Sure. I'm pretty sure I even played a different guitar.
Oh, so you played the Gibson on the first one?
I played the SG on the first half, and then that's when I got that Les Paul.
Oh
And
yeah, I forgot you had that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because I had when we wrote the last track of that album, I 100% had that Les Paul.
Yeah.
Um,
I do remember Jeremy recording that because he had to play alone for so fucking long because it's
yeah,
9 minutes, and then he's in his head timing everything with where we did
yeah,
that long break where that sample was, and so he's just in his head feeling it. How long do I do this? 6 minutes of just
yeah.
like
His
it's.
fucking ass is breaking time down into like binary.
And then
Dude,
we somehow made that work where there was no click. Like
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. Nothing was clicked out. There was no metronome. It was just like, when do I start? All right, sick, and then that was it. Like,
When,
although like at that point, like, I mean, fuck, the first seven songs, like, dude, we've been playing those for my God,
yeah,
years at that point,
yeah,
and it was, but still, like, I mean, that was my first, well, like, I guess professional, uh, so to speak, like recording, uh, endeavor. You know what I
me
mean?
too.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was like,
We
it
went
was. I
there
mean,
because from a second story window recorded not one word there.
yeah, yeah,
We were like, okay, sounds sick. Let's go there. Um, and yeah, first time in a studio ever in like a room, seeing a board and like being like, whoa,
yeah,
this is fucking sick.
yeah. It looked like fucking, goddamn any movie you'd ever see. Like, and yeah, I remember. I mean, I remember it being like, okay, this is a big deal.
Yeah,
And
I have
then,
imposter syndrome out the ass for sure.
yeah, and
Like
then
I'm gonna
like,
go in there and play this garbage.
yes, like, do I remember how to play these songs? Like, but
I sorry, go ahead.
no, no, I was just gonna say, like, it was. I mean, it was very. I remember it being very intimidating, and especially like at that point, like, it's not like you go home by yourself and like play these songs. You know what I mean? Like, it was always, always, always like a pack mentality, so to speak. So like when you're isolated, being like, fuck.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, it was a very odd experience, but like, yeah, I mean,
I
apparently
re-
we did okay.
I remember when Jeremy recorded the intro. We just started from the first one on the
Mm,
EP. So that thing's like 25, 30 seconds long before it goes to the next one, right? So
yeah.
we tell Cole, the engineer and producer, we're like, this is the intro. And he's like, okay. So Jeremy plays it and it just blasts, but, and it's just Jeremy in there by himself. I remember we're on the couch and Cole turns around and he goes, that's it? We're like, yeah, that's
Like,
pretty much the rest of what you're going to hear too.
uh-huh. You'll be out by dinner, dude.
That's it.
That's it, huh?
So that dude has completely disappeared off the face of the earth. And
No shit.
I don't know how to find him. I looked up Conquistador Studios, Cole Martinez, couldn't find him anywhere. Asked around a few people who might know him. And because I was like, I was going to see, do you still have those original stems? I would love to have those for both bands and be able
Yeah.
to fuck with them and like just even like learning songs that we couldn't figure out, like I'm doing for this. And I cannot find the dude anywhere. So I don't know if he's just like retired and disappeared and has no social media, nothing.
Living in Boca Raton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shit. That's wild. What band he was in a band?
Yeah, he was. He knew Kamira or something too,
I was
right?
gonna say, yeah, it was like it wasn't like it was around that like genre of music.
Yeah.
Um, oh
It
motherfucker.
was in Cleveland or outside of Cleveland, right?
Yeah. It was actually it was right on it was right up the street from fucking Lorraine. Because I remember talking to him, Jeremy and I and Joey fucking actually went and saw that show that Joe ended up getting on stage for Poison the Well and
Yeah.
fucking like Unearth and all that shit. That was literally right down the block
Oh,
from
okay.
where we recorded. And yeah, 'cause this is like one big strip, you know?
Yeah.
But dude, that's wild. He just is like
Yeah. I was so bummed too. I was like, I'm positive I'll be able to find him. Like, who knows if he still has that hard drive, that's been 20 years, but I had to like try.
he's got it locked in like a Dybbuk box. He's like, you cannot let this out. By no means. People start getting cancer and shit.
How did you and Jeremy meet back in the day?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, okay. Jeremy used to date this girl. Her name was Lauren Mallory.
Two
And
first names, can't trust her.
absolutely not. It's like a white guy with dreadlocks. But fucking, she went to school with me, and she was older than I am. Uh, Radu obviously like grew up in Brookfield, so he went to obviously a different school district. Da da da. From going to like local shows with fucking that really cool crust band Aphasia. Um, I knew who Jeremy was. I was like, dude, this motherfucker can rip a fucking drum set. Like, good God, he looks like an asshole, but like, Jesus Christ, can he play drums? So I had a class with Lauren, and I didn't know who she was, and she just literally walked up to me one day and was like, "Hey, I think you know my boyfriend." It's like, right on. Uh, who was that? Like, and she was like, "Oh, Jeremy, he plays in this band." I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I know the band." I was like, "I don't know, dude, but like." He's a hell of a fucking drummer. And it was right when I didn't know. It was like Jeremy was like, I'm done. And he's like, yeah, he's looking for people to play with. Like, okay. Like, what's he want to play? She was like, oh, just like, really fast punk shit. Fuck it, I can deal with that. Like, right on.
Yeah, sweet.
And yeah, so she was like, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Cool. Talks to me tomorrow. She's like, yeah, he said to go up there at 6. I'm like, what? Like, it's like, yeah, you guys are hanging out tonight. I was like, all right, fuck me, I guess. Like, and so I had a little, fuck, what was it? It was like a twin. I can't even remember what the fuck it was. It was before I had that little Marshall half stack. But, so I took that with me, and my girlfriend at the time, who was older than me, and thank God she could drive because I was obviously way underage. And, she helped me load this fucking piece of shit fucking amp into her little hatchback, drove to Jeremy's parents' house, take it out. I've literally never spoken a word to radio in my fucking life. And Lauren met us there, thank God. She was like, Greg, this is Jeremy. He looked, hey, it's like, what's up? And then like we went down to his basement and we started like riffing around on shit. And it was so bad, dude. So bad. It was it was like all I wanted to do was play like Snapcase and fucking like early Victory Records hardcore and shit like that. And Jeremy was like, nothing exists other than the circle jerks. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, not the circle. He hates the circle jerks. Probably he was dude. He was so into Crass.
Yeah.
Jeremy Ray, dude. Like that's him as a band is Crass. Like, but yeah. And then we just kept doing it, and then it got to a point where it was like, all right, this day and this day. So you could tell his parents like, hey, we're gonna be assholes these days.
Yeah.
And luckily his dad, dad's a truck driver, so like he was mostly gone as far as, like on the road, but and like his mom's a fucking goddamn saint.
Yeah.
So Willie rules. But yeah, it kind of like just kept going and going and like returning to like, okay, let's do this. And like, no, that's fucking stupid. What about this? And like in turn, like I said, like you're learning about new bands where it was like you're going to fucking the dude NRM. You remember fucking NRM, bro?
NRM. No.
National Record Mart, dude.
Where was that?
It was like the CD store fucking at the mall, other than Hot Topic that we stole from all the time.
Yeah. I don't remember NRM. What's the other big one?
I'm
Uh,
trying to does that sound goody?
no, was NRM at that Shenango Valley Mall? Is that where you guys went?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that we didn't have one of those here. I guess that's why.
Oh fuck. Dude, we are so fucking old, dude.
So old.
This sucks. But anyhow, fucking um yeah, it got to a point where like, like I said, like Jeremy was like, oh, this is Toxic Narcotic. I was like, that's a pretty wild band name. What the fuck is this? And then it was like you go there and you're just literally looking for something that like is just even interesting sounding. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, cool. You did come across, this like ridiculous like Swedish death metal band that you didn't even know existed, or this is a flautist. Fuck. Like, and it was just, it I think even from like a musical standpoint, like that's like when's the last time you just walked in? Well, I guess yeah. And when's the last time you walked into a record store?
Uh, Fucking Amoeba probably years ago.
Yeah. Which Amoeba was fucking rad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's kind of like once again, like we grew up in like an old guard as far as like what's happening, in my opinion, like today, as far as like heavy metal, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I am damn happy that like we grew up. It's like growing up in the woods. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
like
Nothing means anything anymore because it's all at your fingertips, and like
yeah.
any song you want, you could tell me and I'll look it up on my phone, and then I forget about it the next week. And it's like before, you had to go get your ass in your car, go to the fucking mall, go wherever, buy
Yeah.
something, open it, fucking smell it, read the back,
Yeah.
look at the pictures, and it meant something, and
Yeah.
we're way more attached to it.
It's like, buying your first car type thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is mine, god damn it. Like,
And I know part of it is being young too. Like it was way
for
more
sure.
exciting to discover music back then. And I felt like, but at the time though, we were so lucky with like the hardcore, metalcore scene, post hardcore, whatever you want to call it. Like all the bands
Yeah.
coming out, like listening to like Every Time I Die and Norma Jean and like all that shit. I was just like, it was like overload of like
Oh yeah.
ideas.
Not only
Um,
that, but that was like right when like, the whole internet music aspect kind of like you know what I mean? Like it was capable of like, oh shit, I can listen to this fucking band. Like if you hear about it or like see a flyer or like
yeah.
You know, I mean, dude, we fucking how many fucking flyers were like littered through that goddamn fucking van? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we were using them for like bedding.
And
Like,
we had fucking demos out the ass because everyone had a
oh
fucking little sleeve with their demo,
yeah,
and we would put this in and be like trash, like yeah.
this is dumb.
But like we would also meet tons of cool bands and have their shit, and like I
Yeah,
remember
that
like
was.
having the Clinging CD when we met
Mhm.
them, and yeah, like
I
it
remember
was
having the Gaza demo, fucking
yeah,
like playing with them and fucking in that basement, like
yeah. We
that.
wanted to do a tour with them.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Who
fucking
who
rad.
didn't they? Who they became cult leader now, right?
Yeah, which is I fuck with them.
No, they're sick. Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely not a shitty band at all.
No, it was just a special time, and there's still lots of great shit if you dig for it. But like the overall like
Sure.
mainstream metal, whatever you want to call it, scene is just like way too overproduced, like kind of horse shit these days.
Yeah. It's just I'm sure that those, you know, I'm sure those kids care just as much as we did
Yeah,
and do. But like
we're the old guys now who get to complain about
fucking A, dude.
it.
This is our time, god damn it. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah,
like
it
I'm
was
not gonna hate on some kid for being like I love Sleep Token, they're my favorite band, but like I can't do it.
sure.
Like
Yeah, no, that's I fucking yeah, it's wipe your nose, Junior. Shut up. Like it's fucking
Junior.
it was just yeah, it was I mean like it was like us like building fire with sticks, so to speak, and then like we have internet. Like what the fuck is that?
And there was
And
also the sweet spot though, because streaming is
mhm,
kind of what ruined everything. But what the
right.
internet that we had with MySpace and stuff, you could still discover things, but CDs were still involved and like physical
Yeah, you
copies of
wanted
things. But you could
yeah,
find
you
out
wanted that
shit. You could book a
tangible.
tour. You could do whatever you wanted to do and discover new stuff. But it still didn't feel like. Now I'm like overloaded with like anything you want, you can have, and that's like too much. And when I
Yeah,
had
there's
Nick on from Wax Vessel, and he explained to me why he does it the way he does, or why it's so limited and shit. I was like, I appreciate this so much more, like hearing it come out of your brain of like why
oh
he's like, he's like this fucking internet culture of I can just swipe and have anything I want, man. He's like, I'm gonna make
yeah,
you actually try to participate in a culture and be part of this to get one. Because if you're the sideline guy who's not like been listening to Robinson for 20 years, you don't deserve to get one if you're not there ready to get, you know. And I was like, oh, I get it. Like totally on
yeah.
board now.
You weren't
People
no
give him so
three,
much
fuck
shit
you.
for it. Yeah, people
No,
give him
no,
so much shit because like
dude, I
they're
remember
so
watching
limited.
I remember watching that podcast and like uh that specific like segment of that where it was like I remember thinking I was like, dude, there's gonna be so many kids who are like, who's he? Shut the fuck up. Like number one, this dude this dude literally came out of the woodwork to do this because of absolutely no other reason that like he was like, I fuck with these bands.
Yeah, and he takes no
and
money.
and it's even further in the sense of like you're not only like he doesn't strike me as a dude that like was trying to rehash any type of like nostalgia or anything. He was like, I sincerely fuck with these bands. Like,
Yeah, they never got pressed on vinyl, so I
yeah,
want
it
to do it. I
was
want to do this missing era of MySpace music, whatever.
right. Yeah, like I'm gonna knock this fucking like niche kind of like, and I don't give a fuck who sees it, but like I dig it. Like, and yeah, when he said that, I was like, I fuck with this dude. Like, that's cool that he for some reason loves this band and God help him, Jesus Christ. Like, and then I was like, oh my God, you like other band? Oh Jesus, it's like this poor bastard. Fuck.
He's like solely responsible for so many bands getting back together,
I
and
just,
like
yeah,
when we're all old as fuck and being like, well, I guess we should do a reunion.
yeah.
All right.
Oh Jesus, fuck. Yeah, that. Yeah, there was so many fucking cracking ankles and like pop knees when that dude started Wax Vessel.
When I had
Like, what do you mean we gotta play another show?
when I had Rich on from Sawtooth Grin and like got to know their history, like they were like an enigma when we were touring because they were broken up, and like
Yeah,
everyone was like on their shit, and I was like, who are they? Can we play a show? Like they're already gone.
yeah,
Um,
dude, fucking. I remember going with Fastwalk to a Jersey show. Um, it was Sawtooth and Number 12, and I'm happy I got to say that I saw like I saw Sawtooth grin.
Yeah.
But oh dude, yeah, they were like more under the radar than like I think like we were. Not to sound fucking like,
No, yeah,
like,
they
oh,
missed the
brother, but
MySpace era. They were
yeah,
before it.
and they were fucking that was yeah, they were like a prime example as far as like that uh they were like the precursor where like I don't even think that they knew what they were doing more than we didn't know. Like
Yeah. I
and
I kind of
it
had no idea until I got like the full scope of things. And I'm going back and looking. I'm like, well, they were kind of like the godfathers of this MySpace grind shit.
it was
Like,
wild and
yeah,
like very like I think that what drew me to them was like it was so fucking like ear piercing and like not even the vocals, it was just like the composition of how everything came together was like, dude, this does not make a lick of fucking sense. They
yeah,
but god damn it, this is fucking wild. Same
yeah.
thing like when we started playing with Ed Gein a few times, like I think that was a good part of just seeing not only a three piece, but like I mean those dudes live were fucking on it,
Oh
and
yeah,
every single one of them were doing vocals plus, their instrument, and they're the biggest nerds ever. I love
yeah.
it.
They're so cool. I would love
Oh
to
my
get one of
God.
them on. Uh,
Yeah, it's it.
I was telling, I don't know if you listened to like the last episode with Jackal Twins. They're a three piece, and I got Ed Gein vibes from them. But like they also do like clean vocals and spacey shit. It's like Mars Volta mixed with Dillinger. They're so fucking good, and it's a breath of fresh air with all the shit coming out right now. It sounds like something from like our era and
Yeah, man.
genuine. It's not contrived. There's so many styles like mixed, but it works. It's so good.
That band End,
Yeah, they're fucking sick.
dude. The first time I heard them, I was like, this is what like the heavy hitters of our era wanted to be. Like,
Yes, that
or like
guitar tone,
should.
dude.
Oh my
It
fucking
sounds
dude.
like fucking concrete. Like I don't even know
Yeah.
how to describe it. It's just gravel.
That yeah, I fucking Zach showed me that band, and like the second he put it on, he looked and he was like, dude, and he said that, I was like, holy fuck. And oh dude, I
Yeah,
love that band. It's like not even like I said, like obviously like no matter what you do, like you listen to Hatebreed, it's because of like a nostalgic, like, oh man, oh fuck it, but that was like a total like being in like Ypsilanti or some shit, I mean like, holy shit, like blah
yeah,
blah blah. Like that was yeah, that band somehow figured out that like that formula for the yesteryear and then be like, all right, sick, check this out. And then just
yeah.
made it like way, way better.
It's so fucking good. It's so smart. It's just a wall of
It's
heaviness. Like
yeah, dude. It's produced well, like as far as even a record. Songwriting, it's not like all over the place in the sense where you're like you kind of get like monotonous or
yeah,
whatever. Like, yeah, their shit hits in a spot where it's supposed to, the blah blah blah, like it's put together really well and it's not like I said, it's not like overbearing. It's fucking 2010 simple.
yeah. No, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's just
Um,
the right amount of chaos to where
yeah, yeah.
it's listenable and fun.
Yeah. It's yeah, that band fucking I remember listening to them, I was like, oh Jesus Christ, dude, I feel like I just graduated high school. Like this is wild. And it's way better than anything that I listened to then. Like
Yeah, it's not often I get hit with something like that these days where I'm like fucking blown away.
there
It's
was
like
did you ever listen to Sect? I don't even know if they're still getting fucking
no.
uh is Chris from Cursed and the drummer from Fallout Boy, dude.
Oh no shit.
Bro, they're pretty fucking they're pretty rad. I
Sect.
like them. Yeah, Sect. But yeah, they're cool. Fucking dude, you remember the story when we were talking about you had two buttholes?
Yeah. Never forget.
Bro, I'll never forget Twin Towers, bro. Listen, the entire time I was talking about these bands, that was loaded. Like right here. Like, I was like, this is a meaningful conversation. Not yet.
Everyone is like, what?
Dude, yeah. For all you listeners out in La La Land,
So
Paul's got two assholes.
it's more like a second belly button.
Bro. It's a, it's a sentient butthole, dude.
Sentient.
They speak to each other.
My cat's clawing my leg. Easy, buddy. Oh my god. So tell me about Constant Hell and what the fuck you guys are doing.
I'm sorry. Sorry. We just actually just figured finished a new record. It's getting mastered right now. Then we have a tour in July. It's a 10-day East Coast, a little bit of Midwest.
Fuck yeah.
Or, um, other than that, we got so Dan used to play drums for the earlier shit, and then this poor bastard, dude, fucking he had to
break his shit. What happened?
he had to have hip surgery. He had a whole ass hip replacement.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. And of course, it couldn't happen to anyone that isn't the drummer. But so it kind of that knocked us back a little bit. And then you remember First Day Dead?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like I was saying earlier, fucking Jason Spence. He's doing drums now, and now Dan is playing bass for us. So
Sick.
yeah, we got everybody back in. Yeah, we
So
just
you're no longer
recorded.
doing boss.
Oh, I'm doing boss. It's just we're doing boss with a bass
Boss with a
player.
bit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the boss with a bitch, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Fucking the setup that we have at practice is I play through what, two full stacks, guitar stacks, and then I play through two full bass stacks,
Holy shit.
and then Zach does his vocals through a full guitar stack.
Wow.
And then yeah, Jason.
Dude, the power in your hands.
Oh, dude, it's like that part in fucking Back to the Future. Like it's like
Exactly.
literally every time I walk in there, I'm like, huh, this is all mine. What the fuck?
I remember just playing with the half stack, and then we had that shitty
Oh,
bass stack we put together, which was like a 115 for no reason, and then
oh yeah.
was it 410 on top of that or something?
It was a 410 and that one
It was
big ass
garbage.
fucking, oh
But
dude, it sucked.
those two things together, though, just like feeling that, like,
Yeah, you're like, oh,
the
we might
power.
as well be fucking like Black Sabbath now. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty much like,
Because
look at all the equipment we have. Right.
I remember every sound guy was so confused when he'd be like, kick, snare, go through Jeremy. All right, stage left guitar. And he'd come to me and I would check my guitar and he goes, do you have a bass player? And I'm like, yeah, hold on. Hit the pedal and I would just play bass. And they're like, what the fuck?
Okay. Yeah, sound guys love us, dude.
Yeah. So for people listening, we did have a bass player. He left the band and then we didn't want to get someone else. So Mike bought a bass octave pedal, right? And then I ran that. My guitar went to that, and then it went to my amp, and then a bass stack. So I just played bass and guitar at the same time. And for Robinson, it didn't fucking matter. And clearly, you guys are still grind too, so it doesn't matter. Like it's not like you need a bass lead.
Yeah, it's we're not looking for Geddy Lee or anything like, but it's what's rad about that bass pedal too is that like you didn't even need like a line selector or anything or like a switchblade or any of that. Like it was just like
on and off.
it was like they made it and they were like, these dudes don't want a fucking bass player. Like just make this pedal. Fuck. Like whatever. Like it was like specifically like I know these guys are gonna do something stupid as fuck. Like just
I remember like we so didn't know shit about gear that like when
Oh,
someone
dude.
someone brought it up that we could do it, we were like, wait, we can actually like that exists.
Yeah,
And Mike was
that's
like,
a
I think
thing.
so. And we're all sitting there going, is that a real thing? So then we go and find that brown fucking pedal.
Yeah, dude.
Like, let's try it. I don't know
The
how I got
X-Files theme
nominated
starts playing.
to be the guy to use it somehow.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like I ain't doing that shit. Give it to Paul.
So when does your record come out?
It's slated. I think it's gonna be done. Uh, say like late, late May, like mid late May. So
Nice.
not too long.
Where did you
Um,
record?
we actually Jason recorded it. The
Oh, nice.
Spence, yeah, fucking. I was actually we just we just had this fucking gnarly tornado yesterday.
Tornado.
Yeah, like in like in Southside. Well, I mean
Holy,
in Pittsburgh, but like it was like a literal like ripped fucking pieces of buildings and shit off. Like
yeah.
so your boy fucking I'm at work down on the flats and like your phone starts beeping and all that. What the fuck is this? Like fuck you mean tornado? And
In Pittsburgh.
like I'm looking out the window, it's like 3 p.m., 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's like it's beautiful outside. Like fuck you. And then Jason, we were gonna go to his house to listen to like the tracks he had mastered, et cetera, whatever, like fresh ears. And I remember walking outside and like turning around, lighting a cigarette and turning back, and it was like apocalypse. It
Holy
was
shit.
holy fuck, dude. And like I immediately started, he was parked around the corner. And by the time it took me, which is like a quarter of a block to get around the corner, like dude, I looked like just soaking wet shit. So we're driving up the hill from the flats. He lives in the slopes. And dude, it was like 28 days later. Like
Holy shit.
it was, yeah, we're like looking, we're like that's not a tree anymore. Oh, that's through a fucking car. Holy fuck! Like,
Holy shit, dude.
yeah, it was wild, dude. So anyway, we get up there. We we listen to two tracks. I'm like, dude, this is sick. Power goes out. Like,
Uh
you gotta be fucking kidding me. So luckily, he was on his fucking. He had his laptop, and he's like, "This sucks because all the shit that like I use
right.
to like legitimately hear this is completely toast right now. Fuck it, we'll do it from the laptop just to like get an ear on it." So yeah, me and him sat there, and then obviously like his laptop only has so much, but dude, yeah, from what I heard, like I'm like you hate everything as many times as you fucking hear it, da 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 da.
Right.
But yeah, I'm really pumped in the sense of like A, the fucking lineup change, B, um just being able to play with, you know what I mean, like just new people, right? Especially a fucking drummer, man. Like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's like a heart transplant, you know?
Yeah.
And
It's the
it
heart of the
was
band, literally. Yeah.
it's like, dude, yeah, you know what I mean? Like you can rather sound like, this band and like you get another guy, now you're a fucking black metal band or whatever. Like it's just, yeah, that is like the trodden truth of like a band.
Right.
And so like I already like, I mean, I've known Jason for a really long time in the sense of like his past musical endeavors, which fuck him, number one, because they've all been sick. And like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like join a band that sucks, like 1 second. Like other than us. Like fuck you. Like everything you did was like cool. Like they fuck you off. Like fuck off. But yeah, so he took a crack at the recording and it's definitely I fuck with it and I hate everything, like, especially what I do. Like, so yeah, I'm real happy that that it's going away. It just like we were talking earlier, like it kind of brings back like the whole like almost like inner circle, like we're doing this, like this is our shit. yeah, it's a little bit tougher. It'd be cool if somebody could like, but when this is done, like I said, like it's like, you busted your fucking ass to get all that money for that, that new car, that new guitar, or this or that, or that, like
Right.
that's that's your child. Like that is it.
Yeah.
Like you
It
will
does feel good.
physically, yeah, like you'll burn an orphanage down for like this thing. Like,
There's another thing
um,
too, like when you're doing something yourself, recording yourself, mixing yourself, or having a guy in the band do it, you can mold it more exactly how you want. Like you can go to a sick
right.
ass studio with a dude who knows what he's doing, and it'll sound great, but it still won't be exactly how you would have done it had you
Yeah,
been able to get your hands in there and know what you're doing and be like, a
right.
little bit more like this. It's never. It's like I said it on the
Yeah.
last podcast. It's like going to get your hair cut. It's always like, I want
Yeah.
this. And it's like they do something else, and you're like, and you got to lie when you're
Well,
walking out the door, like, that's
fuck.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm really happy I came here. I'm gonna kill myself.
Like
Yeah.
we're
But
doing the same thing, and I'm somehow producer now in like mixed
yeah,
levels. And
stepping up there, Bubba.
yeah. So Brian, very happy with how that one came out. That was my first thing I was like
Yeah,
released as like a
that's
final product, but I'm gonna do the rest of the EP too. And ours will probably hopefully be done around the same time. It might not be coming out till June or July. We'll see, but I don't know. We're gonna try to do
are you
5 songs
guys
total.
are you guys doing it independently or
Yeah. The release with Guy, it was just a one off like vinyl release. Like we're never signed
right?
again or anything like that. Everything's been done ourselves. So yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think
feels
it's
fucking
it
pretty
is.
rad, right?
It's the way to go these days because with like anyone can put their shit on streaming. You can release
Sure.
yourself, you can promote yourself. Like if a record label gives you money, you got to fucking pay it back. So other
Yeah,
than
no,
like getting some recognition for being on a big name or something, it really there's you can do everything yourself. There's no point.
right. Yeah, I mean the name obviously like cool. Like
Yeah.
you get that, that hanger about it, but like you said, yeah, like other than that, man, like I hope that like there's still like that that shitty gutter like fuck dude, we got to do this. And then you do it and you're like fuck yeah, we did that. Like
Yeah.
sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's why I think like old dudes are still in bands that are absolutely insufferable. Like, like you love it, but then it's like it's our old man way of being like, you see that fucking house over there? Yeah. Yeah, I built that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell your mother. It doesn't matter. Like fucking yeah. This the sidewalk here? The sidewalk? No. The sidewalk here? Like, yeah, like that's our shit. Like,
Yeah.
like that's like, yeah, sure, we didn't build bridges. We didn't do this, we didn't do that. You see that right there though? Like it's like that's like the one thing,
Yeah. I
Which
mean, I took a long break from music um until this. And now I
yeah,
think that I got reinvigorated with it. And now I've like learned like I can make music forever from home now, not with like learning how to do this shit.
and
So like I
right.
think I'll probably never quit again. Like I'll take a break and then do another EP or some shit with whoever wants to fuck
Sure.
around. But like uh I don't think I'll ever have it out of my life that long again because there's just a fucking giant hole in your chest the whole time.
Yeah, and there's no amount of fucking drug, alcohol, pussy, whatever the fuck. Like that's like that's like your bottom bitch, like and that it's even cooler now because like sure, like obviously like when we were fucking writing shit, like the capability of like okay, if you sat down by yourself, like sure, you know what I mean, like there's one man bands and they sound sick,
Yeah.
but like I feel like it was almost looked at as like it was such a like a live driven situation like musically that we were in is like
Yeah.
you could have been like the illest fucking band on the planet even if you were like a two piece, but like it wasn't like like something you couldn't grasp with your mind, like what do you mean you don't play fucking live shows? Like
Yeah.
it's like and you're that sick, like what? Like, and it all derived on that. And I feel that that shift, like nowadays, is like, it's cool because, in a sense of, sure, there's more shit to listen to, but like, it sucks because there's so much shit. to
Yeah.
fucking listen to. Like, and you could find something you're like, holy fuck, this is, oh my God, this is amazing. And then find out it's like literally like a 9-year-old kid from like Rwanda that literally got a hold of like a wah pedal and a fucking like iPad. And it's
Yeah.
like literally the best fucking band you've ever heard in your fucking life. Like, dude, really? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Like, dude, I've been doing this for literally 20 plus years and you just smoke everything I just did. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Those people that make you just want to give up right away when you hear them. You're just like, oh
Right.
God.
But like in the turn of it is like, okay, cool. Now I think that you're better than me. Now there's a fire under my ass. And like you were saying, like, you ain't quitting again. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't
Yeah.
now. Like, I'm gonna let fucking this dude smoke fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
nah, And even if he does, it's still you're you're creating. You know what I mean? Like as long as
Yeah.
you get dormant, you're dead. Like fuck
Yeah.
off. You
Yeah.
know?
Like as long as I can create shit and get it out of my head and put it out and cool and whatever. But
Sure.
like I'm so happy that these last 2 years I got to play live. This will probably be the last year of the band. We're gonna wrap things up and probably do a final show. Um, but like I'm so thankful, like especially for Furnace Fest to be able to do that. That was like a bucket list thing to play a giant outdoor fest, like
Oh
on a
yeah, for
stage
sure,
like
dude.
that. That was the biggest show we ever played, even from back in the day. It beat everything. Like it was crazy.
You guys
So,
went full Motley Crue. They flew your asses out there, right?
oh no, we paid for that ourselves, but we did fly. Yeah, yeah.
No, I wish you would just would have lied to me and be like, yeah.
No, someone listening would be like, I knew that's not true.
Like,
Um,
wait a minute.
no, it was really cool because like we played the main stage. We were the first band. We opened the main stage and we're like, "Are you sure you want us to do that?" Like when they told us, because we thought there's the shed, which is like the really cool spot to play. I kind of wish like we would have played there, but main
Mhm.
stage is like okay, like and you guys are gonna open, and we didn't find out until like a month or two before. So we're sitting here like twiddling our thumbs, going like, "What day do we have to be there? Like we don't know what time we're playing. We got to like plan the Airbnb and like where we're gonna stay and." Like what time do we check in? Who do we talk to? Like we didn't know shit. They took so long to tell us, and then it's like, oh yeah, day one on Friday, you're opening main stage, and we are like, are you fucking kidding
I
me?
was like, we're in Ohio.
Yeah, yeah. So we flew down, got our Airbnb, went there that day, sound check. The doors were already open. Nobody was fucking at our stage, and we are like, okay, like we don't care. We're just happy to be here. Like
Yeah, fuck
if
it.
anyone fucking walks over and we start to play, like cool. By the time we played our first note, the whole place was packed front to back. Like it was insane.
And that's, especially after like, you know, fucking like COVID killed fucking literally everything, I think. Like,
Yeah.
like that was our like video to the radio star sort of thing. Whereas like, I mean, dude, there was even in Pittsburgh, like, my God, man, like just venue after venue, just
Yeah.
there's nowhere to play. And then, yeah, I think that was a reckoning for like, because that was that was right when literally I think like Jesus Christ, maybe like 10 days before Constant Help put out a record. And then the
Shit.
whole world, dude, the whole
Of
world shut
course.
down. It's like
Of
the
course.
entire, like the whole planet
And that
was
was your
like,
first
nah.
record too, right?
It
Yeah.
was, it was,
Of
like,
course.
it was the first one that was like, okay, sick.
And then
Oh,
here.
fuck. So we didn't get to do anything with it. And then it was nice, like after obviously like you get that spurt, like after everything opens back up and people are just fucking nuts. Like,
Ready to do shit. Yeah.
oh yeah, like everybody's got this fucking stimulus check and like you haven't been out of your house and like you're trying to not kill your family or your girl, your dude. Like
Yeah.
the first thing you want to do is like, yeah, I'm gonna go see a fucking live show. Like, which was so sick, but it hit in the sense of like you can only like it, you know what I mean? Like you can't like open a fucking venue like, you know, and it with all the ones dying in Pittsburgh, it took a second, but like when it hit again, it's awesome. and it
Yeah.
reminded me of like, younger, that like there was house venues. There was like these young kids stepping up and being like, dude, fuck the entire world. Like, I'm renting this house and the landlord doesn't really show up that much. You guys want to play a show? Like,
Yeah.
and it was such a sweet spot. And obviously like that kind of, fizzled out, but like I think that's like the whole entire like slogan of like the way we grew up is like, dude, it was sick as fuck. Then it died. It's just like, you know, but like, I mean, what I guess like, what isn't as far as especially music. It was like, dude,
Yeah.
this was the sickest thing. You weren't there. You're not gonna believe anything I fucking say. Um, but I promise you, dude, call your uncle real quick. He'll tell you, man. He was there. Like,
House shows too are always the most like will give you that feeling of like from
man,
back in the day, like especially when it was like we're supposed to play this venue and the promoter bailed, it was a dickhead or some shit happened, the show got canceled, and then some kids
right.
like come play in my fucking living room, and those were the best times.
Oh, dude,
Like
that was like, that was such a godsend that, and it happened so many times that as soon as that happened, like you didn't know, like it's not like you took it for granted, like, oh man, the show got shut down. Somebody will fucking tell. It was never that. It was
no, it was a surprise.
dude, we are in literally San Francisco right now. What the fuck are we gonna do? And
Yeah.
like, it was like some kid was like, I got a house. Bet.
Yeah.
And
And then we
and then
could
it
at
was like
least
the
sell some
raddest
merch
shit.
to make gas money, like
Yeah, dude. Like
because
we'd
we were
always,
living show to show. Like
oh,
if we didn't
immediately.
make money, we wouldn't have been able to fill up the tank, let alone eat. Like
Yeah, dude. Like we're fucking I learned how to cook ramen noodles fucking on the engine block of that goddamn van.
yeah, we would bring loaves of bread and peanut butter and shit, and just
Hell yeah.
like eat like fucking shit. But it was so fun and worth it. It was like as long as we had enough money for a pack of smokes, some ramen noodles, and whatever fucking beer we could get for the day, we're set.
Yeah, that
And
was
you're
literally,
on tour with the boys. That's all that matters.
yeah, dude. The worst day in the van beats the best day at home, like
Yeah,
forever, you know?
yeah. I
And
never
that
wanted to
was
go
even the
home.
best part is that like I remember like you know what I mean? Like that drive home, like the last show, blah blah blah. You literally look like you went through fucking Vietnam. Like you
Mhm.
haven't showered in like Christ. Fucking and then you get home and you like sit down and you're like, damn, this is awesome. Fuck. Like it's just like, oh God, this
Yeah,
sucks.
because I had
Like,
nothing at home either. I had no job
yeah,
to come
it's just
back
like
to. I didn't have an
I'm
apartment to
calling
live
you
in.
guys and be like, you want to hang out?
Yeah, it's like why don't we just keep doing this?
Yeah, man. Like that was like a real like looking back, a awesome turning point of like, yeah, man, this is totally fucking worth it. Like
Yeah,
whatever job I fucking got fired from or whatever, relationship went to literal hell because, X, Y, and Z. Like nobody fucking you ain't gonna trust a guitar player that's gone for fucking goddamn like Jesus Christ. Really?
yeah. You have to be
Especially as
willing to risk all that shit to go.
yeah,
Like,
and that was the thing is that like you risk all of it, and of course, you always have those secondary thoughts like, "Fuck, dude, like this is a bad day, man." Like, oh, there are gonna be other bad days. Fuck yeah, there's gonna be bad fucking days. Like,
yeah,
and then every bad day when you get home, you're like, Jesus Christ, that was so sick. And you just don't want to be anywhere but in that bad day. Like,
yeah. That's when Joe was on. He said something similar. It was like, the van broke down, whatever. Like, it sucked, but then it wasn't that bad. Like, you're still on the
yeah,
side of the road with your friends, and it's an adventure. And you're like, where are we going to end up tonight? What are we going to do?
yeah, man, like that amazing fucking like curiosity slash like we have no fucking idea what we're doing. And
Or
like,
where we are, or yeah, like
yeah,
we don't have GPS or phones to help us with anything. Like
yeah,
literally, it was the fucking Stone Age.
literally, yeah, we toured in the center. Like it was
And
awesome.
if you took a wrong turn or got off your map or
Oh
stayed
God,
somewhere
no,
that
no.
was off, like you had to find a fucking printer to print out the directions. Other then that binder became useless until you could find a freeway that you like was on there. It was
Yeah, yeah, they
just
don't have
insane.
Kinkos on fucking exits. Fuck, like that. Yeah, that was. I mean, that was. it was a real cool fucking era that like I up until now like rarely ever think about because I feel that like not that I took it for granted, but it was normalcy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we didn't like what else did we fucking know? Like there
We
was
were kids
nothing.
when we started doing it, so it was
Yeah,
normal. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, we're 18 on tour. Started touring Weekend Warrior shit in high school
right.
still.
That
I
was gonna say,
remember.
dude, like fucking I remember doing fucking goddamn homework and being like, this is so stupid. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck is this shit? Like fuck world cultures. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm in Michigan. I'm a rock star, damn it.
Yeah.
Like
That first trip home from Port Huron after that show where it was packed for us. And I
yeah,
remember
dude.
driving home and like we had to go to school the next day. And I was like, fuck, imagine being able to go on tour and like this is just what you do. And
Yeah,
then a
just
couple of years later, that's what we were doing. Like,
yeah, man. What if we didn't have to go to school?
yeah, I was like, imagine getting to do this again tomorrow.
Yeah, that was fucking
And
yeah, that
instantly we
was
were hooked. Like,
oh dude, it was the worst drug in the world. Like yeah, you come home literally fucking crawling, like crawling into your house. You take a second, smoke a cigarette outside, and you're like, dude, this sucks. Like, this is so dumb. Like, I don't want to fucking be here.
yeah.
And, yeah,
It,
that's
it wasn't until we started getting older and from a second story window where it's like it started to wane on you where it's like I could keep doing this but like we need to make some money now or something, like
right. And that's, that's why, like, I think that our band would have like totally just been not like cool if we would have hit that spot where like like you're saying like you get older obviously you gain more responsibility this that like
yeah,
people like you're responsible for other things other than your dumbass self
yeah,
and
the
like
guys wanted to have kids and shit. They were still thinking
right
about
yeah
starting
like
families and I'm like I don't want to do that but I get it. But I
yeah
would like to be
that
able to have
shit's
an
dumb
apartment
as
to come home
fuck.
to or something. Yeah,
Yeah, like it would be cool to be able to put my guitar and my amp in a place other than this spot like like
yeah,
and yeah I think that we got so lucky as to where like that ass end of that like toothpaste tube, like squeeze the motherfucking hell out of it. We're like, okay, well it's gone.
yeah,
That was rad. Like, and
yeah,
like I'm happy to be able to like, be a part of that. And there's not like a what if. Yeah, like
yeah. Because I think I can guess what would have happened. We would have kept going. We may have got a little bit bigger, but
sure.
there was a ceiling coming quickly for what kind of music we're playing to
Oh,
where
100%.
those tours were basically going to be the same forever.
That and like even like a musical standpoint, I think that like where the fuck were we gonna go from
No,
there?
I could have seen one more full length where we kind of expanded on that, but then after that, it's like whatever. But
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
kind of
Like,
letting the great city be what it is and letting it live
yeah.
as its own thing is like that makes it more special.
Yeah, it's just I mean it's a definite like huge bookmark, like
Mm.
which is yeah, I'd rather yeah, that's cool. I
Yeah.
mean I despise you, but like I mean, it's just yeah, we did all right, I guess.
I'm happy with it. I'm glad that you guys didn't hate me forever after I left, and um,
Oh, did I stutter? Fuck, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck.
well, I think we can about wrap her up there.
Yeah, we've been
It's
talking for like 4 hours.
been about maybe 2.5.
Shut up, dude. Fucking number ass.
You shut the fuck up. Anything else you want to tell folks about Constant Hell? You got a record coming up.
Yeah, record.
10-day
It's
tour is when.
uh early July. All the all the streaming aspects. It's all on there. It'll be uh it'll be up probably about like 2 weeks before. I almost said MySpace, dude. It'll be on MySpace, Friendster.
Did
Fucking
you mean to say Bandcamp?
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, the MP3s.
MP3.com,
Yeah, yeah.
hardcoreMP3.com.
You can download it on LimeWire.
What's the
Yeah.
record going to be called? Do you have a name, or did you tell me that already?
Um, I don't think I did because I don't know it yet.
Okay,
I think the working title is Hell Hook,
sick.
and yeah, it's actually I fuck with it, and it's just yeah, it's flat out fucking just no frills, grindcore,
Good.
and yeah, man, fucking like I said, yeah,
All streaming
fucking
services and all that.
yeah, all the social media dog shit. Like,
Yeah, you can follow them on Instagram, constant hell underscore PGH. Follow Greg at stud kickass with 3 S's, right?
yeah, man.
I realized that today when I started. I was like, is it 2 D's or what? But
Two
yeah,
assholes, bro.
2 assholes, three D's, and yeah. So fuck you. Go listen to Constant Hell's records. They got 2 out right now. Crime Grind is the most recent one from last year. New record in May, tour in July, and fuck off. I love you, Greg.
I love you, dickhead.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening. Remember to follow the show, leave a like, share it with a friend, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.